Up as Mace.
I am going to come
a stoner from Venice?
Yes, that's perfect for me.
Why don't you dress up as a bed and carry food around with you?
We'll talk about that coming up. 877-710-ESPN. Mason in Ireland, 710-ESPN. Hey.
All right, guys, it's officially back. Fifth Row Fridays presented by BBGO.
That's the official game day snack of the Lakers, by the way. And this is the best thing we give away. Fifth row seats to a Laker game. How many times do people come up to us and say, hey, give me Laker tickets?
Yes.
We don't have them. I don't even have them, but you can win them if you listen every day.
And these seats are better than the seats that you and Michael have, right?
15 rows better.
Yeah.
Michael and I are like row 20. So here's how you win. You listen every day to all the shows and take notes. If you can answer 5 questions about what happened on the show that day, you're eligible to win.
And don't forget, on Fridays, your chance to call in all 5 right answers, and you are in the fifth row at Crypto.com Arena for a Lakers game.
For free!
What's that, Michael?
I am going to dress up as Pepe, walk around my neighborhood, and wave to everybody.
Wave!
By the way, you waved to Pepe.
The mustache. I did wave to Pepe.
No.
Did you see anybody wave?
By the way, I wish I had video of that, turning and waving, because he was very, very excited to get a wave back.
Because no one else has ever waved back at him.
I would not call it a wave. I would call it a salute. Thank you, crowd. Thank you. I don't think he's expecting a wave back.
The crowd is not acknowledging him.
It's on the screen. It's up there. He's waving. You guys are just like eating chips and diddling
Correct,
around on your
because
iPad.
no one's looking at us.
Yeah, I look all the time. I just think Pepe has more respect for
Did you see anybody
the fans.
wave back?
There was one
Liar.
one guy.
Absolutely.
One guy.
Prove it.
Next time I'll take a picture.
Please do.
Yeah, I'll take a picture next time. So, I wanted to throw this in. We're going to do 2 o'clock call in the day of the day in a minute here. I wanted to throw this in there. Morgan Freeman is a noted Kansas City Chiefs fan.
Okay.
And he went on the CBS morning show. I have no idea who's on there.
Gail
King, I think, is one of the people.
Yeah.
So they had
Nate Burleson, the former NFL player.
They had a little conversation about the Kansas City Chiefs. Listen.
Kansas City Chiefs fan. Is that true?
Yes.
So how are you feeling about Taylor and Travis? Is it keeping you up at night? Or are you in favor?
Are you a Swiftie?
Mr.
Freeman, Travis is playing better than ever.
Yes. What are you thinking, Morgan Freeman, about this?
I don't think about them at all.
I don't think about them at all.
You know, I just want to say, when she's in attendance, he balls out and plays great, and she wasn't there this week, and they got boat raced by Denver.
By Denver, of all teams. All right, I think.
By the way, what were you going to say about Kendrick Perkins?
We're going to do that coming up. We'll take a call, then we're going to do the Kendrick Perkins thing. I believe this is our old friend Jay from Compton. Jay, is this you?
Yeah, you know who it is. How y'all doing today, brother?
Hey,
Good
Jay.
afternoon, man.
You just got out? Where you been?
No, man. Michael know I work in crypto. I just been working and coaching basketball lately, bro.
Nice. Right. So what's on your mind, man?
So I just wanted to say, I've been watching them for a few years, and AD will have a mismatch every game at power forward. You got to start his best friend, Woods, at center. Now you got 2 athletic bigs. Now you start LeBron at the 3, Austin Reeves, and trade Russell for a defensive point guard whenever you can. But right now you start Vincent, and you put Russell on the bench to make him more hungrier. But you got to have AD at a power forward to have him have a disadvantage. He's a disadvantage at center, taking the bruising every night. So you put him at power forward, he got to mismatch every night.
Yeah,
Even
but
if
Jay, on
any pick and
defense-
roll with him and LeBron do, you got a mismatch.
Yeah, but Jay, on defense, he won't be patrolling the paint and changing shots and blocking shots. He'd be too far away from the hoop, chasing around those little small forwards.
I mean, he do it anyway when they go pick and roll with the power forward, when center and point guard. He end up on the guard anyway. So Woods to take up some slack with blocking shots. AD still could block shots. It's just a matter of switching on the bottom.
Right.
No, Woods is not a defender.
If it's a pick and roll on the wing, you just rotate LeBron to the top, and you tell Woods to be the rotation.
Jay, AD is the third best center in the game. You don't take him away from that position. Come on.
He the third best center in the game just because you playing him at center. He'll be the best power forward in the game if you play him at the four.
I don't think it's a terrible idea,
No, it's
Jay.
it's not a bad idea to start a big alongside. And by the way, Christian Wood, I will take moments in the game and I will just watch one player. Okay, so I watched Christian Wood.
You know how many rebounds he had last night?
I don't know off the top of my head. But I do know that he
plays away from the basket.
He plays away from and he did score for him. I think he was wasn't he 3 for 3 from the field?
Go chase rebounds.
Yeah, he was 3 for 3 from the field. I thought he looked good, and I also thought he did play defense last night.
One rebound, man. Come on.
Well, by the way, the rebounding was just awful last night. Denver scored, or Denver.
No, leave Anthony Davis
Sacramento
right
scored so many second
Don't
chance
overthink
points.
it. Anthony Davis is an all-pro center.
I'm in agreement with you.
All-pro.
And by the way, and he may like playing the four better, but all the most effective lineups for the Lakers have Anthony Davis at the 5.
Yeah.
Let's sneak in one more call here. It's 204 call of the day. Go to Koreatown and Ruben. Ruben, you're on 710. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, guys. So I'm thinking, why do they hype up LeBron at the gym, lifting weights and everything, and now he's claiming that he has an ankle issue?
Okay, so I don't know if you heard this, but he is.
Either you're 100% or you're not.
He's going to play, or he's probable to play tonight. So a lot of players deal with chronic injuries, not
injuries, aches and pains.
Is that what?
It's different between injured and hurting.
Yeah,
big difference.
Yeah, but he's probable to play tonight, so I'm not sure what the gripe is.
Yeah, and AD, he needs to step up, do a lot more. He's trying to be the face of L.A. When LeBron leaves, he's not doing it.
Okay.
Hey, AD's playing great.
I was going to say, AD's had one bad half.
AD had a bad half.
Yeah, AD's playing well, man. Right now he's all NBA. Who's this? Is that Pepe?
Oh, we've got a skeleton. A skeleton in a striped suit.
Come on, man. It's Jack Skellington.
Oh, Jack Skellington from
Nightmare Before Christmas. Come on.
I get it now. No, you've combined Halloween and Christmas. I love it. Yes. That's a great costume.
I didn't think Pepe had it in him.
No, me either.
That's my favorite costume of the year. No
Pepe,
matter what.
Are you going to do the game in that costume?
Yeah. That suit is great, man.
I would do the game in that costume.
You should, Pepe.
That is excellent.
Pepe Mantilla is here as, if you've seen Nightmare Before Christmas, Jack Skellington. Great
Pepe,
movie.
you look great.
I like the suit.
It's a great suit.
Did you hear the music that he was played into, by the way?
Yes. Tell me lies.
Tell
Tell
me
me
lies.
sweet little lies.
Take off the mask.
Yeah, no, Pepe, you can take off the mask.
I have
That's
a Rick.
Great.
I have a Rick Fox.
No,
mask
no,
on.
Pepe,
That's why
take
I'm
off the mask.
today.
Yeah.
That's cold, man.
John got it. He's the only one.
But no, I love Pepe. I like it. Are you gonna are you gonna do the game in it?
Yeah.
I love it.
Of course.
No, I mean, the Laker game?
Yeah, the Laker game. No, you're going to.
No, but the game of games, she'll do it.
The game of games.
Yeah.
Are you going to wear the suit, though, at the game?
That's what I. No, he says no.
No, he's going to dress
I would
like
do
a
it.
grown-up. He's not going to wear Zumbas and walk around like you do.
That's already covered.
Yeah, you've got that.
There's only room for
department.
one tremendously underdressed person. It's Crypto, and it's Michael.
Trying to bring Zubas back.
Tremendously underdressed.
I think I look solid.
Great
Hey,
way to
if
describe
it's good enough for Steve Jobs and Bill Gates and Tim Cook, it's good enough for me.
They were wearing Zubas?
No, they're very casual.
Oh, casual.
And they're billionaires.
They didn't go
When's
that
the last
far.
time you seen Jeff Bezos in a suit?
All right, now let's get to this Kendrick Perkins thing. Now, I predict that Mason will hate this
Oh, my
idea,
God,
but I
this is
also
the worst
predict that
idea.
Michael will not hate it.
Oh, it's awful.
All right, so hear it.
If I'm the Los Angeles Lakers, I might be looking to trade for James Harden. James Harden wants to go to the Clippers, but to be honest with you, James Harden to the Lakers makes the most sense for Anthony Davis. If you want to get him good, easy looks like James Harden did for Joel Embiid last season, How about trading for him? I think you can start trading around, December 15th, if you're trying to throw in D'Angelo Russell. If I'm the Lakers and if I'm James Harden, I will reconsider just picking the Clippers and actually want to get to L.A. to be in with the Los Angeles Lakers.
Oh, my God. What is he talking about?
What do you not like? Now, first of all,
I
Michael
don't want
reacted
anything to do with James Harden.
Michael reacted that the first time I heard this, I fell down the rabbit hole that Michael did. He wasn't saying trade Anthony Davis
No,
for
no,
James
he wasn't.
Harden.
He was saying get James Harden
James
to play
Harden to
alongside
with Anthony Davis.
and get him open looks the way he did for Joel Embiid is the premise.
Mace, where in the assist race last year do you think James Harden
Probably
finished?
near the top. He stacks a box
Take a
score.
guess.
He's third.
Number one.
Okay.
Led the league in assists.
And how did it all turn out for him? I'm trying to remember. What happened?
They lost to the Celtics.
Yeah, but what happened
in 7 games?
Did he at some point demand a trade, right?
Yeah, he's not happy in Philly.
Right. And where was he before that?
Brooklyn.
Was he happy there?
He'd be happy here because he's from L.A.
Was he happy in Brooklyn?
But he'd be coming home.
Where was he before that?
Houston. He was happy there. He won MVP there.
He was happy there?
For a while, yeah.
And then he got unhappy.
Yeah.
Then he forced his way to Brooklyn first.
Yeah, but see, missing the point.
Then back to Philly.
This is home for him.
Yeah, no, here's the thing. I do not want any part of the prima donna that is James Harden.
They're all prima donnas.
They're not all prima donnas.
Yes, they are.
Not everybody is demanding a trade on a dime like
no.
James Harden is.
No, not that far.
James Harden has not won a championship. James Harden has blown up 3 franchises by demanding trades. That's the last business I want to be in. I don't want to be in the James Harden business if I'm the Lakers. Especially, you'd have to break up what you've got, which is the continuity that has been viewed as the strength of this team all along. All of a sudden, you're going to start trading pieces out of this group. I think it makes no sense.
I'd do it. I love James Harden.
Of course you would. You guys all would. It's the 3 stars thing. You loved it when Westbrook was here. You won a 3rd star, and you think that a 3rd star always puts you over the top. I don't agree with that.
I'd have to see what was going out if he was coming in, but I don't hate James Harden like you do.
Yeah. I just don't want him. I don't hate him. I just don't want him on my team.
What do you think? What do you think?
But that's not.
I don't hate you. I just want nothing to do with you.
I don't want my franchise blown up. And that's what James Harden does. That's what he's doing in Philly right now. He's blowing up the franchise. I don't want any part of that.
Let's ask people's Pepe. Pepe, a motivated, enthusiastic, in-shape Harden. What do you think?
I don't have to say anything because Mason spoke for me.
Thank you.
Even though Pepe, he led the NBA in assists last year. You wouldn't want him.
No, because I told you guys last time, wherever he goes is trouble because he's not happy, and not every player is a prima donna. I'm sorry, Mike.
And
well, in a way, they kind of are.
No, not in a way. You're gonna start with that.
Yeah.
In a way.
I've seen the egos on these guys, Pepe.
Yeah.
Come on.
But I'll tell you. I'll tell you
the
the thing about James Harden. He does stack up a lot of. He fills up a box score like it's nobody's business, but it doesn't add up to much. That's the problem. It's like Westbrook. He can fill up a box score, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's winning basketball. I think there's a difference. Like, for example, James Harden, I'm in a fantasy basketball league, is a fantastic fantasy basketball player because he stacks up stats. Now, this year he's screwed. I mean, he's not playing, so he's not helping anybody. But guys like Harden are like money in fantasy basketball because they stack up, they fill up a box score. I just don't think that necessarily means you're winning games.
I remember a motivated Harden in Houston when he was MVP and how tough he was to deal with, how he almost beat the Warriors by himself down there. So, yeah, I would take a chance.
The problem, we're not arguing about the fact that he's a good player.
Right.
He is a good player.
He's a great player.
In the NBA. The problem is that he's never happy wherever he is. He was in Houston. He was in Oklahoma City. He was in Houston. He went to Brooklyn with a great team. Then he goes to Philadelphia, another great team. He's never happy.
They weren't great. They were good, not great. Pepe, how could he not be happy here in L.A. where he's from and playing with 2 of his friends? Are you kidding me? He'd be thrilled to be here.
Well, you just described what the whole situation with Westbrook.
Yeah, I mean, that was the Westbrook thing. They're friends. They were looking forward to playing together. In fact, AD
he's from here.
And LeBron were in favor of that trade. Everybody loved that trade except for a few people. Trade turned out awful. Just because you add a big name doesn't necessarily mean you're better.
Did you say that James was a better playmaker than Westbrook?
Oh, yeah.
No, that's Russell Westbrook's whole game was that he was a playmaker. He got the ball to the field, assists.
James more under control, doesn't turn the ball over as much.
I don't I'm in the middle of you two guys. I don't dislike Harden like it sounds like you do, Mace.
And Pepe.
But
And Pepe.
No, it's
but
not-
I
there's no
I
way
would
that I
have to
like it or
see
dislike it.
I would have to see what the terms of the deal were, and then I would tell you whether or not.
Yeah,
I
see,
liked
I'm
it.
not in favor of breaking this thing all up.
Right.
That's what I would not do if I was the Lakers
and
right now.
we got to point out that after the game last night, Darvin said the number one priority for him moving forward, starting tonight, is to get the rotations right, and I think that is true. Christian Wood should have played more minutes last night. Rui should have played more minutes
Absolutely.
last night. LeBron and AD probably should have played less.
Yep.
Michael, the hardest one to figure out is Austin because he's such a good player, but he was 1 for 12.
That happens. No big
Do you
deal.
leave? Do you tell him to keep shooting?
Yeah. Everybody has an off game.
It's only 3 games.
Yeah.
guys.
No. I'm only talking about one game.
He does
Last
have-
night, would you have, when Austin was, let's say, 1 for 8, would you have taken him out and put someone in who was having a better night?
Who?
Well,
and
Christian
wound up being
Wood,
a lot of Gabe Vincent.
Christian Wood was 3 for 3.
It's not the same position.
It's not the same position.
No, but these like you always taught me, these positions are somewhat
No,
interchangeable.
but Christian Wood can't go play guard.
LeBron can.
Yeah, but LeBron's already doing his
I mean,
thing.
by the middle of that game, De'Aaron Fox was being guarded by Torian Prince.
No, you don't give up on your players that quickly, Ireland.
Well, no, what I'm saying is, don't you think Rui and Wood need more minutes?
Rui should have played more.
So where are you
Rui
getting those?
scored 8 in the fourth quarter and
who
then
are you taking
went away.
out?
In that situation, I mean, you could. Gabe Vincent didn't do anything for 32 minutes, 2 points.
He's 0 for 100 from 3.
Yeah, so Austin's a good shooter. He just had one of
But
those nights.
I'll say that Vincent's a good defender, really good defender.
He
I
is
think.
a good defender,
Although
but
he made a play last night that I almost lost.
Was it the Herder 3?
I yelled, "Why? No!" End of the game. It's 113, 113.
This one drove me nuts too.
70 feet away from the basket. Gabe Vincent starts bird dogging De'Aaron Fox, who has a sprained ankle, and he fouls him in the bonus. Put him up 115, 113 with 10 seconds left.
I remember that.
And LeBron saved the day and got the game to overtime. But if we play that straight up, maybe LeBron's basket wins the game. That foul drove me crazy. But I like Vincent, and I love Reeves. And Michael, to your point, shooters shoot. You got to let them shoot their way through it. But I think why Darvin said what he said after the game, which was, we have to get our rotations tighter. We have to figure out who should be on the court and who shouldn't.
I've been saying that for years.
He's playing too many guys right now.
Right. Well,
all you need is 8 guys.
Right. And Michael, I think that was code for
Cam Reddish is out of the rotation.
The way I interpreted it was, we're going to figure out a way to get Rui and Christian Wood more minutes.
So the 3 guys off the bench are Rui, Christian Wood, and Gabe Vincent.
Right.
And everybody else sit over there and enjoy
Right,
watching
and I
the
would
game.
say, I mean, Jackson Hayes only played 7 minutes last night.
But
Reddish
I think
played
Jackson
5.
Hayes needs to play occasionally,
occasionally to keep-
because, like
yeah.
you say, Christian Wood's not a true center.
Yeah, Jackson could be in it sometimes, but not every game.
Depends who the other team's center is. Like tonight,
Is Mo Wagner their center? Who is their
no,
center?
Wendell Carter.
Wendell Carter, who's pretty good and is a
player.
big body. Jackson Hayes is going to have to play tonight.
Yeah, he'll play tonight.
Yeah.
He will play, but you were mentioning something that I mentioned.
Hey, Pepe, will you hold this thought and come back with
He
it?
can't.
Sure.
Yeah, hold this. Oh, of course he can. Pepe's got a thought. We're going to do that
Hold it,
coming up
Pepe.
next.
Keep thinking, Pepe.
Mason
Just
and
think,
Ireland.
I think I can.
Michael's
I think
here,
I can.
Pepe's here. 710 ESPN.
The return of
All right, guys, it's officially back. Fifth Row Fridays presented by BBGO.
That's the official game day snack of the Lakers, by the way. And this is the best thing we give away. Fifth row seats to a Laker game. How many times do people come up to us and say, hey, give me Laker tickets?
Yes.
We don't have them. I don't even have them, but you can win them if you listen every day.
And these seats are better than the seats that you and Michael have, right?
15 rows better.
Yeah.
Michael and I are like row 20. So here's how you win. You listen every day to all the shows and take notes. If you can answer 5 questions about what happened on the show that day, you're eligible to win.
And don't forget, on Fridays, your chance to call in all 5 right answers, and you are in the 5th row at Crypto.com Arena for a Lakers game.
For free!
The return of Million Dollar Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays.
Your chance to win $1 million from 710 ESPN.
Listen every Monday this football season for your chance at $1 million. $1 Million Mondays.
Presented by Hollywood Park Casino. Eat, drink, play.
Listen every Monday to 710 ESPN. When you hear the cue to call, be caller number 7. Give us your Super Bowl prediction, both teams and the final score, and you could be winning $1 million this football season on LA's $1 Million Mega Sports Station, 710 ESPN.
Is Guy Stratton from Corona. Welcome to the show. Good afternoon. How are you, man?
How do you, mate?
So you made it. You got through. Congratulations.
Thank God I did.
Okay. So now we need your.
We can feel the excitement through the radio.
It's really coming through here. So tone it down, Guy. You've got a Super Bowl prediction now. 2 teams and a final score. What do you got?
I got Niners over Miami, 27-24.
27-24. Okay, so Guy Stratton from Corona, Niners 27, Miami 24. Just for playing, you get a pair of tickets to go to SoFi, okay? All right, Guy, thank you.
He was thrilled.
Oh, my God. He was so excited. We should do a promo.
I think that was the least excited contest winner in the history of the show.
Okay. All right, so Brian, I want Brian to just tell me, what did I say to him right before he went on the air?
Told him to be excited.
I said, I said, be excited. You have a chance.
It didn't work.
No, I said, be excited. You have a chance to win $1 million. You're going to go to SoFi, so be excited. This is a big deal.
Yeah, the
and
excitement thing never took.
And he said, I want the Niners.
Yeah, it just never took.
He was excited. That's for him, that's excitement.
I don't think he was excited. Now, you had a thought, Pepe. Michael said you would not remember the thought. Have you remembered the thought that you said you were going to...
Here we go. It's the big test.
John, you mentioned it. Fox has had 5 fouls.
Right.
Yes. Why did
and a sprained ankle.
Why nobody went and tried to...
And attacked him. Yeah, we talked about that. Did you talk about it during your broadcast? That, and I thought when Sabonis got his 5th foul, they didn't do a good job of going after Sabonis. He fouled out anyway.
I said he's either going to foul you or he's going to put his hands in his pockets.
Yeah, I thought they got a little 3-point happy, and they missed Pepe 8 out of 10 threes in the 4th quarter in overtime. That was the ball game.
And they won the rebound battle, but at the end, the continuation for Sacramento on some of those long shots by Sacramento,
right.
They gave him extra position, extra.
I thought
chances, and that's why they won.
Yeah, not their night.
I want to ask. Let's pivot off this here for a minute. I want to ask you guys about what went on with Deion Sanders and Colorado, and when they went into UCLA and lost, and Shiloh Sanders was knocked around all night long. I think he was sacked 6 times and maybe hit 11 times, 7 times.
Yeah, they got to
lost a lot of jewelry out here.
Got to, and by the way, and then there was a jewel heist. All their fancy watches and stuff disappeared while they
what kind of thug school
on the
you
field.
Go to? What kind of thug school is UCLA?
Where I guess they have limited security in the Rose Bowl locker room. I mean, it's not that hard. There's only one door.
They lost their
somebody broke into the locker room and took all their jewelry.
Oh my God.
So it's a rough night. But after the game, Deion Sanders was asked.
Oh my God.
The reporter, in terms of the big picture, how do you keep Shedeur upright and healthy? Deion, the big picture, you go get new linemen. That's the picture, and I'm a paint it perfectly.
He's right.
Well, isn't that kind of throwing your current linemen under the bus?
They deserve to be. They are.
They're college kids.
You know where they came from?
Where?
Deion recruited them through the transfer portal.
All those guys?
4 of those offensive linemen came through.
Yeah.
That's right.
They were hand-picked by Deion Sanders.
So he made a mistake.
You got to coach guys up, and you can't throw them under the bus till after the season.
I'm sure they practice every week.
They've got games left. Are you really going to throw your entire line
you
under the bus?
You don't do that, Michael. Come on, listen to him.
Go ahead and make changes.
You don't do that
until
after the season, of
Pepe,
course.
That's the worst offensive line I've ever seen in football.
But don't publicly hang these guys out to
They
dry
deserve it.
while they've got multiple games
Every
left.
time-
How do you feel when you've got multiple games left and your coach has already given up on you?
They've had 5 weeks now, 6 weeks.
You know what's going to happen with those guys? The moral for those guys is going to be is going to affect the moral of those guys.
Oh, whoopty! Oh, they're going to hurt their feelings because they can't play.
Well, no, they're not going to
Michael,
play as
you
well.
don't understand that.
No, I understand. If you can't do the job, sit them down.
No, you don't understand. Half of the things that we talk about, you don't understand.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
mean,
true. It's true. Half of the things.
75% of the time, you don't understand.
I'd say it's more like half.
75 is more than half.
No,
what kind of Mexican math is that?
Mexican math is crazier than Bahamian math.
Right.
I said half of the time, and then I said 75.
Ireland, Deion Sanders, do you do the right thing there?
I think there's a better way to say it, but
Yes.
Deion shoots from the hip.
Yep.
And that's what I kind of like about him.
He's a grown man.
But, I mean,
Those
to
are
be
his
honest,
offensive linemen the rest of the
to
year.
be honest, he does it to his own kids. I mean, one time Shiloh, when they played an overtime game earlier in the year, and he said, Dave walked to him and he goes, Dad, if we win the coin toss, put the defense out there first. He said to Shiloh, he was mic'd up. So Shiloh goes, you idiots haven't stopped anybody all night. I'm giving the ball to your brother.
Exactly.
He's doing something.
That's right.
So Deion's that way.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're trying to become bowl eligible, and Colorado is, they're 4-4, they're 1-4 in the conference. You've got to coach up the guys you got, even if you're going into the transfer portal to find new ones this offseason.
By the way, did you look at the play that Shiloh Sanders got ejected from? Michael and I got in a huge argument over this.
Let's do that coming up next. I'll tweet it out. I'll tweet out the video of this at Venice Mace. It's video of a hit that
Greg,
Shiloh
you saw
Sanders
this play,
had.
right?
Yes,
Okay.
very, very clearly I saw this
Okay.
play.
Yeah, okay.
Multiple times.
Okay.
And we have a disagreement on the play
And
itself.
also, I want to play that sound about Zach Wilson because I think it's an interesting, interesting dilemma. We'll
It
do
is a
those
good
two
one.
things when we come back.
Okay, Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Big news, Laker fans. John Ireland here. You can now stream every Lakers game on the ESPN LA app. Don't miss a second of the action with Michael Thompson and I on the call. Plus, all your live and local Lakers talk every day in the palm of your hand.
You're one tap away from everything Lakers.
You could even win Lakers tickets.
Download the ESPN LA app. And bam!
Download the ESPN LA app at the App Store and Google Play.
Return of $1 Million Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays.
Your chance to win $1 million from 710 ESPN.
Listen every Monday this football season for your chance at $1 million. $1 Million Mondays.
Presented by Hollywood Park Casino. Eat, drink, play.
Listen every Monday to 710 ESPN. When you hear the cue to call, be caller number 7. Give us your Super Bowl prediction. Both teams and the final score, and you could be winning $1 million this football season on LA's $1 Million Mega Sports Station. 710 ESPN.
Hey, there he is.
He was.
Nightmare Before Christmas. Do you ever
All
see
right.
it, Michael?
What?
Nightmare Before Christmas?
No, I've
Tim
heard
Burton movie.
Not really. I'm not into horror movies. I don't like horror movies.
It's kind of a musical. It's weird.
like
It's
it.
hard to describe.
I like it, but Michael, the only thing that he has to do or to see a Nightmare Before Christmas, he looks himself in the mirror.
There you go.
There it is.
There
Boom.
it is. There's
All right.
the nightmare.
All right, let's go around the room. Brian, did you see the play where Shiloh Sanders got ejected at the
did,
UCLA
yeah.
game? Greg, you saw it too, right?
Yep.
Pepe, did you see it?
I saw every second of it.
Michael and I got in a huge argument on the bus about this play.
I find this fascinating.
I feel strongly that he did not deserve to get ejected, and Michael said, "What am I looking at? He hit him helmet to helmet." Greg, you first. Did he deserve to get ejected?
100% yes.
What?
Yes, he absolutely deserved.
He hit
to
him
get
in the
ejected.
shoulder.
Yeah,
No,
it
he did
was
not.
shoulder to shoulder.
It was not shoulder to shoulder. They showed the angle multiple
okay.
times that his face mask went directly. He used his head as basically headbutt him when his head went directly into the other face mask. It was the definition of targeting.
Brian, what'd you think?
Yeah, like the definition of it, I wouldn't have tossed him. Flag him, fine him, all that stuff.
What's
but
the point of having a rule if you're not going? If a guy hits you in the crown of your head,
it's
helmet
just
in
so,
your face.
so
hit him in the-
split.
I agree with you.
It was
I
not a
watched
choice.
it.
It was not a shoulder.
I
It was
watched
not a
I
shoulder.
watched him 10 times, and I don't know what Greg's talking about.
Yeah, I'm
Michael-
watching it
Michael-
right now.
Maybe you watch another game.
All right, Michael, what do you think?
Oh, he definitely should have got thrown out. I don't even know why he even went to replay. You could see his crown of his helmet hit the boy right on his chin.
100%.
It's ridiculous. He almost killed that guy.
What are you talking about? No one died.
It was a massive hit. It was really good, but his helmet, it was helmet to helmet.
Yeah, you don't play around with that stuff.
I have to check it out.
You may share with me? You wouldn't have tossed him?
I just looked at it 10 times. I actually agree with Michael.
Really?
I think it is. If you look at it, if I
did.
You need the other angle.
But if I freeze frame this, it is definitely helmet to helmet.
They slow it down. You can see the contact, Ireland. How
Okay,
do you
so
not
there
see
it is,
that?
Pepe.
You're only
Bam.
seeing the other angle, whereas his shoulder. It
Okay,
looked like his
wait.
shoulder from one angle, but then when you see the other one from the
Yeah.
back, it was easy to tell that was
Pepe,
a
what do you
helmet.
Boom.
I
That's
agree
the best view.
with Mason and Michael.
Hey!
Wow. Pepe
No,
agrees
I mean,
with Michael. You know it must be.
Show it to him again.
the
Just show
guy-
him. Mason, show it to John. Show him the angle you're showing.
The guy goes, and even he goes like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
was
thought
dangerous.
that was a clean hit, and I couldn't believe they did it.
Ireland. How do you see? Don't you see the helmet
I don't.
collision? You don't see the collision.
One
I
more
don't.
time.
I
One more
don't.
time. This is the angle. Bam. Helmet to helmet.
Yeah,
That's helmet to helmet.
He hit him with his shoulder first.
No,
Now
no,
the
no,
helmet
no,
may
no.
eventually have gotten there,
You still
but
can't do that.
So you're acknowledging. No, that's a helmet to helmet hit.
Oh yeah.
It's
Well, I
straight
mean-
up helmet to helmet.
you guys, I'm in the minority here, and he got thrown out. So maybe I'm wrong, but I,
I mean,
wouldn't
they
have
even
thrown
went
him
to
out.
replay and looked at it again and said, "Yep." They didn't say that it's. They said it was confirmed. That means that it wasn't like this stands. It was confirmed. What we saw was what actually happened.
Deion defending that play.
Yeah,
Deion
I would have.
Did
If I was
Deion
Deion, I would have
defend
done
it?
the
He
same
said
thing.
Johnson
All right.
got thrown out.
So, Brian, we've got this guy, this talk show host in New York, right? Talking about Zach Wilson. You put
Yeah,
that
we got
in?
that.
Okay.
Yeah, so 2
All
weeks
right.
ago was his bye.
Right. So he came back from his bye, and the Jets beat the Giants yesterday.
Yep.
But during his bye week, Michael, Zach Wilson took his girlfriend to Utah, where he's from, and a guy at a station in New York had this take about Zach Wilson.
You got a new issue with Zach? What's the problem?
Zach Wilson, in what is about to be the biggest stretch of his career, decided it was a good time to take his girlfriend to Utah to apple and pumpkin pick and go to a
he
haunted
wanted
house.
to meet the family, man.
He's a professional athlete. The family could fly to New York and New Jersey. I'm sorry. The Jets stink after buys. Zach Wilson's season last year derailed after a bye.
Yeah.
I believe 52 guys could have gone and visited families. The quarterback, the leader, needs to be at that or around that facility all week last week. And Zach Wilson has not done enough to get his ass on a plane with his girlfriend and go to Utah for a week.
Okay, so he went to a pumpkin patch in Utah instead of staying around the facility, and he's getting criticized on radio in New York. I worked in New York. This is pretty commonplace.
All right, Michael, fair or unfair to criticize Zach Wilson for going on vacation during his bye week?
Totally unfair. You got like a whole week off. The coach tells you to get away, go refresh yourself, get away from football for a few days to recharge your batteries, to refresh your body. So he did the right thing.
Pepe, what do you think?
This is extreme. The guy can go to Utah or he can go to wherever he wants to. He's going to have to kind of stay away from that. He's not going to be better or worse just by going to Utah.
Right. I agree with you. But here's the thing. It is, speaking from the Zach Wilson perspective, the biggest challenge I have in my life is to have a life away from work because I'm always working. And so during the football season, so is Zach Wilson. He's always working. So if he gets a chance to have a life away from work for a few days, I want him to go to Utah.
Yeah,
of course.
Go to Utah, refresh.
This is like the All-Star break for football, because during the All-Star break for basketball, I believe guys.
Yeah, LeBron goes to Cabo.
Your bye week is meant to be
to get away from
to
it
get
for a
away.
while.
Yeah. But what you're saying is this is par for the course with New York. This is a guy named Sean Marash,
he's on with
Tiki Barber and somebody else.
Probably has no life outside of his work.
Right. And
you're talking about you're saying
the guy who's criticizing Zach.
The radio guy has no life.
And by the way, Zach won the game.
Yeah,
matter of fact, without him, they lose because they had 24 seconds to make a miracle comeback. He got it into overtime, and then they won it.
Yeah,
and he's playing good.
Right.
He's playing good.
He's playing as well as could be expected. I mean, they're hanging in there.
if Zach Wilson was skipping even voluntary workouts, that's one thing. But he wasn't skipping anything.
Right.
Nobody was danging around there.
Offered their families in the bye week.
Yeah. Bergman, that's just stupid, right? Even you wouldn't. Even hot take Greg wouldn't go after this.
That's the opposite of what I am. But either way, no. Who cares? He's going. It's a bye week.
Yeah,
Do what you want.
Exactly.
And what did he say? He was going pumpkin picking or
he
apple picking?
He went to a pumpkin patch and they went to an apple orchard.
Harmless fun, I say.
And you know what? While they didn't play well, they won.
Yes,
so
true.
who cares?
That's right.
You got the win.
There you go.
Did you? I know you did.
It might be a quarterback controversy in New York. This keeps up. What do you think?
No, when Aaron Rodgers comes back,
if Zach takes him to the playoffs.
Did you guys see Aaron Rodgers?
See what I said?
What?
That he's half 75.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's say they go say 12-5. What's wrong with that, Pepe?
It's totally wrong. Let's say that the sky is
blue.
Red.
It's blue.
Red.
Let's say it's red. Exactly.
It does get red
because
when the
you
sun
always
sets.
come. Let's say.
But Pepe, the sun does get red when the sun's setting. Then what do you do?
Michael has now turned this into an argument over whether or not the sky is red.
Haven't you heard the song "Red Skies at Night"?
Mike, you are. I mean,
what?
You went over the limit of stupidity
right
now.
The stupidity level.
Yeah,
I completely
right
agree.
Oh my God!
By the way, Lakers on the floor tonight against Orlando. I'll say this, guys.
7:30 tip too.
I hate the late tip. 7:30 is not the tip.
Boy, we had a 6 o'clock tip last night. How great was that?
It is perfect. I love those when you guys go to the East Coast. Those are great games.
Next week. Miami and Orlando, and then a 5 o'clock tip in Houston.
Because they're nice and early.
You're going to be happy. Yeah, you got short shows. And,
and
5 o'clock tip. Will you even be here for 5 o'clock? Tip?
Yeah, he'll be here. Sedano and Cap won't.
Yeah,
but Mace will be here.
I'll be here. Yeah.
But let me tell you something that happened against Phoenix on the game. So I look to you guys, and there is Mason. He waves at me and all that.
Right,
the game goes by. Very nice. Thank you.
You're
he
welcome.
was literally the only person waving back.
I was among the many.
I said to Mace, Pepe, Mace, find me one person that waves back. And Mace immediately jumped on the grenade and waved at you.
The girl that came and took a picture with us waved at me. Okay?
Yeah.
So
one person,
game
2
goes
people.
by
Pepe,
and
tonight I'm going to look at you. I want you to point to the one person that's waving, and I will wave at that person.
Wait. The game goes by, gets really, really excited. I mean, really.
Yeah, great
and then
game.
I turn around to look for Mason.
Yep.
He's not there.
Where is he?
Well, you know why?
Where did Mason go?
He's not.
He leaves at halftime.
I leave at halftime.
Every game.
Last time you didn't leave.
He said he wasn't going to leave, but then he does the Irish goodbye.
I
he
said
just slips out.
I'm always going to leave at halftime. I'm always going to leave at halftime.
No, but wait a minute. What's
But
interesting about that is you don't leave at halftime of the Ram games.
No, you know what? It's because it's the weekend and I don't have anything else. In the middle of the week, I've got podcasts, I've got 420, I've got all these things that I do.
You don't leave Dodger games early, do you?
Well, I don't. I don't.
So why just?
But I don't go to a lot of weeknight Dodger games.
But that was a really good game.
It was a great game. I was stoned and in bed watching the finish, and it was spectacular. Pepe, there's no better way to watch a game. I got the best of both worlds. I got being at the game, and I got relaxing and watching the finish.
Are you Irish?
Oh, I forgot to ask you.
I'm not Irish, but I know how to say goodbye.
Did you go say hi to Jay?
I did.
Did he get you in the patio?
I didn't. He sought me out, and then I kind of turtled. I didn't ask him.
Oh, okay.
Like he said, I was hoping you were going to be here. I'm like, yeah, I'm here. And
take me into the patio.
I could have said that, and I chose not to. I thought maybe Jay would just invite me in.
Did you? Have I asked you this yet? What was your opinion of the new media room?
Not nearly as bad as you described. I was expecting literally like this tiny closet of space. There are some tables. There's not as much space as there used to be, but it's not. It's not
have
the
you know-
disaster.
You know
that
why you say
not that
You know
bad.
why you say that?
Why?
Because you're never there. But
Yeah.
if you
You're
have
right.
to be
No,
there
it's
every
true.
time,
but
it's hard.
I was expecting. I
Mace, there's a famous Yogi Berra line
Yeah.
that applies to this particular press room.
Okay.
Nobody goes there anymore. It's too.
And Greg, you went to the game, but you didn't come and say hi. I saw you from far away.
Oh yeah, I was there. I forgot to.
Greg,
actually
what was your
watch it.
opinion of the new, not improved media room?
That was horrendous.
Did
that
you
media
think it
room.
was horrendous?
Oh, it was awful.
I thought it was
so
okay.
small. They put TVs on both sides, so people are turned away from each other.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
very, very weird. The whole setup is off, and that room that you're supposed to go work in. Did
Did you even
non-existent.
go back into
Well,
that?
and the bathrooms, forget it. Just go.
Don't go there.
Go to the concourse.
No, the whole media room is a mess.
Yeah.
There's no pictures of Kobe, no pictures of Magic.
Oh,
It's
that's
all
a good
white.
point.
No
It's
picture
so
of Kareem.
bright. Like
Yeah.
it burned my
What is
eyes
that?
walking in there.
You
You
gotta have
should
no
bring
pictures.
your own picture.
I should, especially the one on the boat.
Yeah, it's the
Stick it on the wall.
It's the it is
Blow it up and
we
put it on the
should
wall.
just get a picture of Michael on that boat and put it up there.
No, just put it in the bathroom.
Yeah, that too.
We should get our own pictures and just start hanging them in the media room.
I want to remind you guys that it is Fifth Row Fridays this week. That means this Friday you got a chance to win a ticket. Win 2 tickets for the Fifth Row at a Lakers game. This is going to be Lakers versus Portland. We're giving these tickets away on November the 12th. So pay attention to everything we say today, tomorrow, and the rest of the week. There will be one question from each day. We will ask all 5 of them Friday at 3:30. Actually, it'll be 2:30 on Friday because it's a shorter show. So 2:30 on Friday, your chance to win, but take notes. We went through a lot of contestants on Friday.
You're right. Probably, what do you think, Greg? Like 7th or 8th guy won on Friday about that?
Yeah, it took a little 7th, 8th, or 9th. Yeah, it was later.
Were the questions really hard?
They were. They were very hard.
And they're going to be hard every week. This is
Yeah.
a huge prize.
I already know
Yeah,
the
Pepe,
question
these
for
seats
today.
are
It's
better
hard.
than the seats you and I have at the games.
I
We're
know.
calling the games, and these seats are better than us.
The guys, the people are coming to say hi to you.
Yeah, I'll send them to you, too.
Yeah,
please,
yeah, wave
please.
to them.
Please, I
Yeah.
will. No, I wanna talk to them.
Yeah.
What's up, fool?
All right, coming up next, we're going to do some What's Up, Fool? Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Coming up today at 4 p.m.
All right, guys, it's officially back. Fifth Row Fridays presented by BBGO.
That's the official game day snack of the Lakers, by the way. And this is the best thing we give away. Fifth row seats to a Laker game. How many times do people come up to us and say, hey, give me Laker tickets? Yes. We don't have them. I don't even have them, but you can win them if you listen every day.
And these seats are better than the seats that you and Michael have, right?
15 rows better.
Yeah.
Michael and I are like row 20. So here's how you win. You listen every day to all the shows and take notes. If you can answer 5 questions about what happened on the show that day, you're eligible to win.
And don't forget, on Fridays, your chance to call in all 5 right answers, and you are in the fifth row at Crypto.com Arena for a Lakers game.
For free!
Then What's Up Fool is made possible by our friends at Dos Hombres. In fact, we've got a special guest voice. Take it away, guest voice.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
Look at that. How do I follow that? I don't. So I simply say, take it away, Corporate Greg.
Thanks, Morales. All right, so you know the pins at Disneyland? You may not know, but
No.
the pins at Disneyland they wear, they wear the cast members. They wear a pin.
I got one that says 100.
Yeah.
in the
So I
mail.
got last week. I got one that says 100. It has my name in the middle.
Why are you not
It's-
wearing
it's
it?
super cool. Well, I'm not going to wear it to
It's
work.
a large pin.
You know,
It is
when
a
you
very large
more of a
there
brooch.
used to be a thing. They don't make it when Disney started buying up television stations. They got rid of this. But when I was working at KCAL, you had to go to Disney U. Mm-hmm. And when you went to Disney U, Greg, the first thing they did was hand you those name tags, and you had to wear them the whole time you were there. It was only 2 days, but you had to wear it the whole time.
I did that, but they didn't give me a name tag for that. But it's very cool. I really like it a lot, actually. And my daughter was like, "Wow, that's so cool! You're famous." What do I do with it? I don't know what to do with it.
So I've got a spot.
One word for you, Greg.
Yeah.
eBay.
No,
No, God.
I've got a
Nice.
spot in
Come
my
on,
house
John.
where I keep all of my sentimental stuff. And
Is it a box?
no, it's like a cabinet. It's.
I got
where
one
I've
word
got-
for the cabinet.
Yeah.
eBay.
I've got awards. I've got sentimental things from my grandparents and from my dad and all kinds of stuff on there. So I put it there because when all is said and done, when life comes to an end, I've spent 20 years working for Disney, for ESPN. So that pin really does mean something.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think I might put it in my office. I mean, did you not get one, John?
If I did, I put it up on eBay.
So
Brian?
So Greg,
Brian, did you get one?
I did. I put it in a little box.
Ah,
there
so
you go,
you got
box.
it. Why did you get that? I'm sorry.
because it's
When
because
you
I
work
for
a
Disney.
certain amount of years for Disney,
Well, it's
they
the
send it to
100th
you.
anniversary of Disney as of last week
Okay.
or 2 weeks
Yeah,
ago.
last week or 2 weeks ago. But they also gave me a picture, and it had all of the cast members.
Yeah,
all the characters.
I put that on eBay.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm giving that to Riley so she can do what she wants
The
with
picture
it.
I put on
Greg,
eBay.
save it.
I am going to say I'm going to put it in my office. This is cool.
Save
Very nice.
Just because you have no sentimentality.
I'm gonna bring something that I have from way back, and you guys, Michael is gonna say that I'm crazy and all that, but he probably wishes that he had that.
Okay.
It can't be no award for nothing.
Hey. Pepe's going into the Southern California Sportscasters Hall of Fame in January.
With you guys.
Yeah, with us.
Yeah, on the same day. We're all
And
in
you're
there.
not there.
We couldn't pay Michael to show up for that thing.
What's up, fool?
All right, guys. Game 2 of the World Series was this last weekend, and Tommy Pham was 4 for 4 in the game and had a chance to go 5 for 5 and was pinch hit for. And media right after the game killing the D-backs manager,
Torey Lovello.
right, for not allowing him the chance of history, first ever player to go 5 for 5. Tommy Pham later said it was his choice. He went up to Torey and said, "Pitch hit Jace for me. I want my buddy to get a World Series at bat." What do you think about this?
So did he really?
Tommy Pham says he went to Torey Lovello and said,
What a nice
you know, let me.
An idiot.
I'll take. I'm 4 for 4. We're up 9-1. Pinch
Yeah,
hit
I mean,
for me.
it was a.
And the guy had
Chance
his
to make
first.
history.
But Michael, they're up 9-1.
He could play in
Yeah.
another game.
It was a blowout, man.
The series isn't over, right? He could play get a
Yeah,
at
but
bat
if there's
someplace
not
else.
another blowout, then his friend never gets a chance to play. I think it's noble. Good
I
for
actually-
Tommy
Very
Pham.
nice.
I
Very
say
nice.
it's great for Tommy Pham. Good for him.
Yeah, I agree.
Personal records are meaningless
And
in
then
the
they all-
context
Hey,
of a World Series.
Brian,
all
you
eat
got the
orange slices.
breaking news sounder?
Oh no, you've got that sound in your voice that it's bad news about Matthew Stafford, is it?
Matthew Stafford has a UCL sprain and is day-to-day, according to Sean McVay. I think that's better news
That is way better.
than we were expecting.
Where is the UCL? I thought the UCL is not your thumb.
It's an ulnar collateral ligament.
Is that in your shoulder, your elbow? I
UCL is your elbow that people get Tommy John surgery from.
By the way, you know where he? This is. I don't mean to interrupt. What's up, fool? But you know when he first injured the thumb?
No.
It was on that 2-point conversion where he had to dive to catch
Yeah.
the ball, and he dragged his thumb along the turf, and that was the first thumb thing. And then the other thumb thing, he just got crushed later on in the game in the fourth quarter. But this is good news, I think. No mention of the thumb. Sprained ulnar collateral ligament, which is his elbow, and he is viewed as day-to-day. That's a really good sign for the Rams.
Yeah,
That's
good,
way better.
good
you
news.
you had very darkness. You had darkness in your a comment. I thought, oh, this is bad news about. But,
no, I give you a head fake.
Yeah,
the news is good.
Either way, I would think that an elbow would be worse. Is his throwing elbow?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that's that in baseball.
Just
in baseball, the UCL is when you get Tommy John surgery and out for a year.
Yeah.
So if this is his throwing elbow, that's bad.
He's just day to day.
All right, get
For
back
now.
to what's up, fool.
Yeah.
Who's got
What's
it?
up, fool?
Which one of you guys?
Oh, that's me. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
It's okay. Take your time.
We're on a Halloween Eve is tonight, and most people these days, I've come to realize, just put a bowl of candy out on the door. They don't want to
That's
deal
what I
with
do.
trick or treaters. So my
That's what I
question
do.
to you guys is, what kind of person are you? Do you take one candy like the sign says, take a handful, or are you that guy that just dumps the whole bowl of candy into your sack?
I do not believe in the leave the bowl with a note theory. If you knock on my door, the door will be answered. You will be greeted, and I will review your costume and decide whether or not to award you candy.
You're like
It's an award.
Oh my
You're
God.
like a game show host.
You get a Hershey bar. You get a Hershey bar. You get a Hershey
I don't
bar.
like your custom. Get out of here.
Yeah.
I don't get trick or treaters because I've got long steps up to my house and
Yeah.
nobody wants to climb the. So I just stick a bowl of Reese's peanut butter cups at the
Well,
bottom
what's
of
interesting
the
is
stairs.
I bought candy for the trick or treaters today.
Yep.
I bought 3 bags that had 90 pieces each in there, so I have 270 pieces of candy.
How many people do you expect?
Between 50 and 100.
Oh,
so if they each take 3, that's 270.
Right.
So you just leave it there?
No, that's why I want to But at the end of the night, when like the flow slows down,
Yeah.
like around 9-10 o'clock, I'll leave the basket out there with candy.
Can I just
But
say?
you live in private.
Yeah.
He wants to answer the doors and go, "Hi, I'm John Ireland."
No,
I'm
I-
voice of the Lakers, John Ireland.
Jack, my son answers the door, but I reserve the right to reject any costume.
Yeah.
If you didn't put any work into it, I like some kids will just show up without a costume.
Yeah.
I'll go, what are you supposed to be? Nothing. Get out.
Pepe, I'm going to dress up as you and pretend like I know nothing.
Okay.
Michael, you probably take the whole
Bowl. Exactly.
Exactly. Especially
Is,
the
is
Snickers.
Roman going to go trick-or-treating?
Yeah, he's going to Spider-Man.
Nice.
Oh, good for him.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
What's up, fool?
All right, guys, so we touched this topic a little bit. I want to see if this is any different for you guys.
Okay.
So, Zach Wilson had a bye week, went to Utah. Travis Kelce went to Game 1 of the World Series and was getting ripped by Shannon Sharp because they had a game on Sunday and the game was Friday. So he flew from Kansas City to Texas to go to the game and then back to travel with the team. Is that more of a concern or more of an issue than Zach Wilson because he had a bye week? Is that a bad look for Kelce to go to the World
All right,
Series 2 days
I'm gonna
before a game?
circle back to this. It's a very dangerous slope when you start dictating to athletes what they can do with their days off. I think everybody's entitled to have a life away from work.
Right.
And if Travis Kelce wants to use his 2 days off, if he didn't miss any meetings and he didn't miss any practices,
And nobody says that he did.
it's none of my friggin' business.
Kansas City lost.
Right, but do you think that's why?
You
I
think
don't
they
know if
lost
it-
because Travis Kelce
No,
went
but they
to Texas?
but they lost.
Right, but that's what they're 6-2. I mean, he's having a monster year. I'm not going to criticize him for doing what he wants on his off days.
Yeah, I can't criticize him either. There are times it's his time.
And by the way, this is what's happening with him is the opposite of what Mace, what you normally say. You normally say if you date a famous person,
Yep.
if you date somebody with a headshot, it's so distracting that you'll suffer. He plays way better when she's there.
Right.
Like it's almost night and day. When
Right.
She wasn't there this
She
week.
wasn't there.
They
and
played like crap.
He had no impact.
Yeah, so she's probably helping him.
Yeah, I think.
So wait a second, okay? So he's not gonna play good because she's in there?
Well, he didn't play. He had one of his worst games. The whole team played bad, but she wasn't there. All the games she's been at, they've won, and he's played great.
That doesn't explain anything.
Swift effect.
No, that doesn't.
What do
explain
you,
anything.
Pepe? You're not a Swiftie?
Not at all.
Wait a minute.
man.
When Liz is at a game, do you perform better as an announcer?
I always perform good.
You always perform good.
Great.
But you don't shine when Liz is there because
I always
Liz
shine.
is there.
I always
You
shine.
always. I always shine, and I'm always great.
No, this was
Yeah.
an SNL
Like,
skit.
his attitude.
No, this was the SNL skit with Bad Bunny,
Yeah.
where he walked in and they said, on the days where you maybe don't look your best or don't feel your best, he goes, I always look my best and always feel my best. What are you talking about?
right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, that's Pepe. Pepe is the Bad Bunny of Laker broadcaster.
I enjoy what I do, and I always do it great.
Excellent.
Nobody
agree.
comes to me and gives me tostitos and I get distracted. Oh
Why are you
my
looking at
God,
me?
Michael, pay attention.
All right. That is What's Up, Fool, for today. All right. Coming up next for you, there's one reporter who knows LeBron's teammates maybe better than LeBron knows them. I'll play some. It's pretty amazing. I'll play it for you coming up next. Mason in Ireland. Pepe's here. Michael Thompson is here. We're about 45 minutes away from potpourri of lies. It is Pepe's game today. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Big news, Laker fans. John Ireland here. You can now stream every Lakers game on the ESPN LA app. Don't miss a second of the action with Michael Thompson and I on the call. Plus, all your live and local Lakers talk every day in the palm of your hand.
You're one tap away from everything Lakers.
You could even win Lakers tickets.
Download the ESPN LA app. And bam!
Download the ESPN LA app at the App Store and Google Play.
Download it. Sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason in Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason in Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
An eerie sight, for my monster from his slab began.
Oh, it's a Halloween song.
This on the car.
Tomorrow.
Bobby Boris or something?
He did the monster
Bobby.
I got no idea.
You got no clue?
It doesn't say on where you pulled it up.
Bobby
It does not.
something.
Your favorite song, Michael.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah. So, tomorrow's Halloween. Now, Pepe wore his costume today. I like it.
Bobby Pickett and
Bobby
the Crypt
Pickett.
and the Crypt Kickers.
There you go.
Good name for that
Nice,
song.
nice.
The
Now,
Crypt
Ireland, you
Kickers.
went to a Halloween party on
I did.
Friday, did you not?
I did. I drank way too much.
What'd you drink?
Uh,
Whiskey?
I did drink whiskey. I drank wine. Somebody gave me tequila. That was not a smart move. And then I got up the next day, Michael, and shot 34 on the back nine. But
you're like John Daly.
I know. I play better when I'm hungover. Yeah, but it was fun though. There were a lot of creative
And you went
costumes.
as?
A lot of. Well, Lisa went as a very extravagant butterfly, so I
Nice.
went as a butterfly catcher.
Oh, did you have a net and everything?
I had a net and I had a veil and butterflies all over me. And
You're supposed to wear that tomorrow.
I'm not.
Why?
Wait, where to?
Here.
And yeah, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
Not gonna happen.
Do it.
But you're not getting dressed up tomorrow.
I will be dressed.
Yes.
I will not wear a costume
Thank
because
you.
I hate
What
Halloween.
about Julio? Is he going to dress up?
Juan is not going to dress up. We're not going to parties or anything like that.
Why do you hate Halloween?
Because it junks up my neighborhood. Like there's like a house 2 doors down that they've got spiders and spider webs and cotton on and they say welcome to Scaryville or something like that, and then the kids go into Scaryville after. I would not let my kids go into Scaryville. Just stand outside and do it. I don't want the haunted house experience, and I don't want to look at the junk around my neighborhood. Like I say, bring on Christmas. I'm all about Christmas. I'll put out the Christmas decorations.
You're just
early.
a Halloween hater.
Yeah, you hate Halloween that's not nice.
It's not, but it is honest.
Yeah,
and I try to be honest. I don't like it.
But it's not nice.
Yeah, it's not nice. I'm sorry.
Well, it
I'm
does
not
celebrate
nice.
evil.
No, because the kids,
The
I have
occult.
grandkids that really enjoy this.
Now, I do love the day after Halloween, which is Dia de los Muertos.
Oh, it's a different story.
Which I mentioned this earlier, Pepe, but I've got this cabinet at home where I've got like my dad's original business card, and I've got my grandfather's nameplate from when he was a car dealer, a car salesman, and it's a nameplate from his door. I've got a stamp of his signature. I've got this little cup that my grandmother always used to give. I mean, all this stuff, sentimental stuff, and I always think it's like Dia de los Muertos, where you save these keepsakes and then you recognize.
They put an altar.
Mason, I just sent you.
That's what this kind of is.
You should do it. You should put a candle, and like if your father love, I don't know, like hamburgers, for instance.
Right.
You should put a hamburger there.
Yeah.
I just sent you a picture of what we wore to the party.
Okay.
So you can see.
Nice.
Why do you put a hamburger there, Pepe? Who's going to eat it?
It's the symbolism of it. It's symbolic.
Yeah, but
Michael.
but that's wasting food.
Well,
Michael.
All right.
I'm telling you, man, this guy is over the rainbow. This is over stupidity.
What do you put on it? Is it just a plain hamburger or a cheeseburger?
Depends what Dad liked. All right, so I wanted to play this. This is interesting. We play a game called Knockouts sometimes here.
Yeah, we haven't played in a long time.
We haven't played in a long time, where you choose a category and then each person names something in the category back and forth without repeating it. So somebody challenged Brian Windhorst on the subject of LeBron James' teammates from his career. Now, the fan knows a lot. Listen to Brian go on this thing.
Name LeBron James' teammates.
Until you give up.
Carlos Boozer.
Jawad Williams.
Eric Snow.
Sasha Popovich.
Anderson Varejao.
Bruno Shundoff.
Norris Cole.
Jerry Stackhouse.
Joe Smith.
Wally Zerbiak.
Chris Anderson.
Mike Bibby.
Wenyan Gabriel.
Eric Dampier. Kendrick
Nunn.
Zadrunas Ilgauskas.
Mario Chalmers.
How about Mateen Cleaves?
Derek Rose.
Chris Bosch.
Ronnie Turyoff.
Lee Nalen.
Jason Capono.
To say Luke Jackson.
Jordan Clarkson.
Danielle Marshall.
James Jones.
Sheon Cotton.
Damon Jones.
Drew Joyce II.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Willie McGee.
Ray Allen.
Oh, David Wesley.
JaVale McGee.
Dexter Pittman.
Dennis Schroeder.
Shane Battier.
Boobie Gibson.
Excellent. Ira Newble.
Drew Gooden.
Kevin Ollie.
Kevin Love.
J.R. Smith.
Iman Shumpert.
Yuri Welsh.
Chris Bosch.
I already said that. I think you're disqualified.
Windhorst was good.
Yeah, Windhorst knows his stuff, doesn't he?
Yeah. Wow.
Those are guys, a lot of those guys I
heard
don't
of them, but I
remember
wouldn't have thought
and
of them. Yeah.
never heard of even. Yeah. He's had a lot of teammates.
You know, Iman Shumpert won Dancing with the Stars?
No, did he? I didn't know that.
He won the whole thing?
He won the Golden Ball. Or they call it the Golden Ball or something?
They used to. Now they call it the Len Goodman Award because he passed away and
Len
they named
Goodman
it
passed
after
away.
him.
Yeah, that's nice. Nice
Yeah.
tribute.
Let me ask you guys something. Did you see the story over the weekend that Russell Wilson, who had a big win, last week rented out an entire Waffle House for his wife's birthday. His wife, Ciara, loves Waffle House. Is that a baller move or a weak move? Waffle House.
That's sweet, man. That thing is cool.
Actually, I think Waffle Houses are awesome.
Oh, yeah. They're
I
delicious.
think they are delicious.
Yeah.
So, what is it? Scattered, smothered, and covered. You
Whatever.
do with the hash
Why,
browns.
You think that they're too elitist for Waffle House?
No. But I just wondered, did they invite others, or did he just rent the whole thing out
Probably had a party.
for the two of them?
Probably had a party for them.
Yeah, no, see, a party at the Waffle House would be cool.
But even if they just had two of them.
If he just rented a whole Waffle House out for the two of them.
That's fine.
Well, that's not. The idea is if you bring friends to the Waffle House, it's a good. Do you don't know which one it was?
It did. Well, let
He
me
didn't
look.
just romantically rent a Waffle House
he
for the
probably
evening
arranged
with
it.
Ciara.
It was probably for a couple hours, so the other customers, if they wanted to come and eat there, they could come later.
Well, I'm saying, but wouldn't it close it? Ciara
close it for a
posted a
couple
video of their date. The Waffle House crew sang happy birthday. They gave her a tower of donuts with candles on it. It was decorated with balloons and had a red carpet for the couple to walk on when they entered. It does not say whether or not they invited others.
Yeah. Well, if they didn't and they paid for a few hours to be alone, they paid for it. You just have to tell the customers.
Either way, I like the idea.
Yeah, I
because
like the
really-
idea too.
I really like
I was thinking
Waffle
about
House.
doing that for a Christmas party. We're just not ready for a Christmas party at the house at this particular moment because we've got a wild young dog who's going nuts half the time. But I was thinking about renting out a restaurant and saying, okay, this is Christmas. We're just going to all go to a
It's
restaurant.
expensive. How much is that?
I don't know.
At least
Depends on the
10 grand,
restaurant.
right?
You should rent Casablanca right next door, next to you in Lincoln Boulevard.
I'll rent you my house, $50,000.
$50,000. I'll give you 5.
5? How about 35?
How about 6?
That's how you negotiate.
It's going to be a very slow negotiation.
Yeah, really.
By the way, it's National Candy Corn Day. Now, candy corn, I think, is one of the great delicacies of
I hate
Halloween.
candy
It's
corn.
the one reason I love Halloween is I love candy corn.
You don't love Halloween.
It's the only thing I love about it is candy corn.
I am glad that I'm doing
Potpourri of lies?
Potpourri. Because otherwise, Michael would have done something today for candy
For
corn.
candy
What's
corn,
wrong with
National
that, Pepe?
Candy
Yeah,
Corn Day. You
Halloween
would have
treats.
totally done a game.
Definitely.
Yeah. By the way, I got this great piece of information from one of our listeners inside the Mason and Ireland Mafia. If you haven't joined, you should go to the Communities tab, click there, and you'll be in the Mason and Ireland Mafia once you search us out. So this is the ulnar collateral ligament. Let me read this. Robert Wilkins tweeted this in, and it's very valuable. A sprained thumb occurs when the ligaments that support the thumb are stretched beyond their limits. This commonly happens when a strong force bends the thumb backwards away from the palm of the hand. The most common way for this to occur is by falling onto an outstretched hand. Most thumb sprains involve the ulnar collateral ligament, which is located on the inside of the joint where the thumb meets the palm. An injury to this ligament can be painful and may make your thumb feel unstable. It may also weaken your ability to pinch or grasp. Well, he doesn't need to grasp anything, does he?
Wow.
Between his thumb and index finger. So UCL is a thumb issue as opposed to an elbow issue, which we were speculating about. He is listed as day-to-day according to Sean McVay and the Rams. And we'll talk to Coach McVay on Wednesday about it. Yesterday was just an absolute disaster for the Rams. They got clocked by Dallas. And there was a point there where absolutely everything went wrong. Bam, bam, bam. And they were in a gigantic hole. I think it was 30-3. Now,
33-3, wasn't it?
What? Oh, I think it was. You're right, 33-3. So I am not going to be somebody that sails on the season yet. Now, you can, and I don't think it's a strong likelihood, but I think they are still in the mix. They're one game out of the wild card at 3-5. Right now, 4-4 gets the last wild card. So they've got a shot. They're favorites on the road at Green Bay this week.
So you feel like the Rams still have a shot?
Yeah, I do.
Do you feel like USC still has a shot?
At?
Anything. The Pac-12 title.
They're not getting to the playoff.
Yeah.
We can cut that one.
You know, I don't. Do you honestly believe the chances are 0 that they beat Washington on Saturday?
I do believe that.
You believe the chances are 0?
0. Greg, what do you think?
Of them going to the Pac-12?
No, of them beating Washington.
1.5.
So you say
there is a chance, but
Ireland
it's
says
not going
no
to happen. Well, Ireland's probably right, but you got to give
Will
them
you make a
somewhat
straight up
of a
bet on the
chance.
money line, just straight up on the winner?
Sure.
Okay, how much?
50,000.
Sure.
I'm just throwing it.
$50,000 mythical dollars.
On the win, I get
Straight up.
Washington, you get USC?
Straight up.
Is Washington favored?
No points.
No points.
Done.
Straight up. Yeah.
That was the worst bet you've ever made.
No,
Jason.
I think USC. All they have
It's
to do
too
is win the
homery.
game.
Yeah, they're not going to win the game.
They're going to win the game. Don't tell me it's too home. I am a homer. What are
Yeah,
you talking
okay.
about? I love USC. And by the way, the people that are ragging on Lincoln Riley, it's like lighten up. It is year 2. It's not been the perfect year. They've obviously I've staked my reputation and my career on the fact that they're going to fire Alex Grinch for next year.
Didn't you put $50,000 on USC?
Yeah, I did at the very last minute on Saturday.
Yeah,
I
that
put
was a bad bet.
50,000. Well, they did win, but they did not cover. They did win.
So
By
that
the way,
was a loss.
Sometimes wins feel like losses. That was
I
one of
think-
them.
I think USC can win the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really.
They can score with anybody.
Yeah, anything can happen.
Yes, they can. So can the other team,
Correct.
regardless of who the other team is.
Correct. And if they win, it'll be 61-60 or something.
Yes,
like
it
that.
will.
By the way, the weird thing about the Rams is that is the first time in the history of the NFL that there has been a final score of 43-20. There has never before
Weird.
been a final score of 43-20 until yesterday. Just
Call that Scorigami.
Yeah,
That is. That's what it's called. It's called Scorigami.
What's Scorigami?
When there's never been it happens like 15 times a year.
Does it really?
Yeah, it happens all the time. If you go to Scorigami on Twitter, that's where you saw that note.
Scorigami?
Scorigami. If in a football game,
Who
if it
made
ends,
that? I mean, who said
If
that?
it ends in a score that has never happened.
never happened before, it's Scorigami.
So you're saying that happens 15 times
I don't know
a
if
year?
it's 15, but it happens a bunch of times a year. Yeah, it's already happened at least 2 times this year.
Okay. Well, so it's not that big a deal.
But it's still pretty cool.
Yeah, it is cool. No, it's not cool to be the team
Remember-
with. It's not cool to be with the team with 20.
No.
That's very uncool.
Remember, John
Did you
Ireland,
lose
what
your
I
bet,
said
John?
last program.
Yeah.
What did I say? Nobody wins a game until the game is played.
Wow.
By the way,
That's
can
deep.
we put that
On a T-shirt.
Seriously, that is
There
nobody
you-
wins
there-
the game
until the game is played.
Thank you,
Think about
Yogi
how deep that
Mantia.
is.
Yeah. Pepe, what
That
I'll
just
say
blow-
about that
just-
is
that just blows your mind.
you
That
know,
really- I'm
you
like-
never know until you know,
I
you know?
never, I never even thought of that.
Me either.
So you can't lose the game until the game is actually played.
No, because people are talking they're going to win that for sure. No. Until they play.
Until they play.
So what do you do if the game is not played?
There you go.
Oh,
see?
Michael, there you go again.
There you go.
See?
There,
It's also
there you go
confusing,
again,
Pepe.
Michael. There you go again.
Do you have a list of things that you say that are
Ay,
really,
ay, ay,
like,
Michael.
stupid things?
No, because everything I say is
Stupid.
Okay. I got a couple things coming up. One, I got a little bit of sense for what's going on with Shohei Otani.
Really?
Been talking to some people.
Yeah, he's going to the Giants.
Been talking to some people. Plus, when you got a puppy on a plane and the puppy gets very whiny, are you allowed to pet the puppy?
This is an interesting question, particularly the way the airline handled it.
Yes, we will do that coming up next. Mason in Ireland. Potpourri of Lies is coming up for you in about 30 minutes. Pepe's here. Michael Thompson is here. 710 ESPN.
Big news, Laker fans. John Ireland here. You can now stream every Lakers game on the ESPN LA app. Don't miss a second of the action with Michael Thompson and I on the call. Plus, all your live and local Lakers talk every day in the palm of your hand.
You're one tap away from everything Lakers.
You could even win Lakers tickets.
Download the ESPN LA app and bam!
Download the ESPN LA app at the App Store and Google Play.
on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
Oh, there it is. Halloween tomorrow.
Not the scariest movie ever made, though.
Pretty scary.
Exorcist was the scariest.
Exorcist is the scariest.
Man,
look at Bergman rolling his eyes.
Well, yeah, because it was scary in the 60s.
Exorcist.
I agree.
It was scary in the 60s. It wasn't scary.
1973, and it still scares the living hell out of you.
I agree with you, with Mason. That movie was very, very scary.
It was scary then, but if you watch it for the first time right now, you would not be afraid.
Disagree.
You know why?
No, absolutely.
Disagree.
For the first time right now.
Brian, you disagree?
I agree. If you watch it now, it's not scary.
Really?
When was the last time you watched it?
Like a couple years ago.
Yeah, for the first time.
I want you to go watch. Let's all go watch it tonight.
I've
it's gonna
seen
scare
it.
the living
All right.
hell out of you.
Come
You
back
will have
tomorrow, I'll let you
nightmares
know.
all night
It's
long.
no Ernest Scared Stupid.
No, it's no Ernest Scared Stupid.
Richie came
You're
down
bringing
the
up
stairs
Ernest
like a
Scared
spider. That
Stupid.
didn't freak you out?
Alien, scary.
Alien is an unbelievably scary movie.
Which one?
Very
A second
scary.
The one where the things jump
second-
out and go down the face
the
and then
second one-
come out the belly.
Wasn't the second one better, though?
No, the
No.
second one was like an action movie where Sigourney Weaver is in that gigantic mechanical thing fighting the
Yeah, with the
aliens.
Marines, right? That's when the Marines
No,
went back.
the first one is art, scary art, because you never see the
Correct,
the
you
guy.
don't really see it.
You only see the monster when it comes from the chest.
Yes.
And then you think that
Is somewhere out there.
20,000 times bigger.
Yeah, exactly.
You can
The
couldn't
second-
understand.
I like the second one better.
Second one's fun.
Yeah.
Second one's a really fun movie. Okay, so anyways, I'm talking to people. And I'm not a guy that's got like unbelievable sources, but occasionally I hear things.
Like the Grinch stuff.
Like the Grinch stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Voices
By
in-
the way,
Like Randy Orton.
I will retire if he's the defensive coordinator next year.
The Grinch.
Okay. So I have been in communication with some people, and here's the thing. I was told that the Dodgers, it would be a surprise if they don't sign Shohei Otani.
Okay.
That they are the favorites and that they're willing to go to great lengths to get him. I think he's coming. I
Okay.
think it's going to happen.
I think he's going to the Giants or the Mariners.
But that's based on
My
stuff
sources.
you read.
Yeah, no, I have many
stuff
sources
you
like
read.
you.
John Heyman.
I hear voices too, and I think he's going to the Mariners.
You hear voices?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
like you
something
hear
you should.
voices.
That explains a lot.
actually, somebody spoke to me. I did not hear voices. Somebody did speak to you? Yeah. I know. I think he is going to wind up with the Dodgers. I do, especially after that conversation.
And then where do you bat him?
Third.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You always have
He
the
batted second with the Angels.
Yeah, I know, but are you really going to break up Mookie Freddie?
Yeah, well, Freddie batted third with the Braves, right?
Right. Yeah, he
Yeah.
can bat there. I mean, I
So who
would
hits
bat him
fourth?
third.
Will Smith hits fourth?
Lately, it's been Max Muncy, right?
Well, he strikes out
Max
too much.
Muncy or Will Smith.
Yeah, Will Smith is the number
Once
3.
he strikes
You
out
guys
too much.
wait until he's signed by the Dodgers. You're already.
Yeah, we are drawing out the
We're
lineup.
jumping
right
way
now.
past
Yeah, Pepe.
I'm
where
waiting.
he's going to
I'm-
sign to
I'm
where he's
waiting-
going to hit.
I'm waiting for the lineup card to come out for the opener. It's
and
going to
normally
happen.
that happens like December, right?
December, and sometimes although this will be one of those years where no dominoes will start falling until Shohei Otani
How much
agrees to go somewhere.
And how many years?
I think it's 12 years, which is kind of the going rate, and I think it's probably $575 million.
I think it's going to be 500. The voice that I talked to?
Oh, the voices you hear? Yes.
500 for 12 years.
That's what.
5 years.
Rui Hachimura downgraded to doubtful for tonight
Oh man.
with a left eye contusion.
Is that why he didn't come in for the overtime? Did that happen last night
First
in
I've
the fourth
heard of
quarter
it.
when he scored 8 points?
Yeah, I'll find out.
Yeah.
First I've heard of it.
I bet you Rui knows where Shohei's going.
That's right. Japanese-born
Fellow
player.
Japanese.
Yeah,
I
sure.
bet you they're talking.
All right, so this story is weird. A woman had her puppy on a flight, and the puppy started to whine. Now, I can tell you up front that I traveled a ton with my dog Hollis, who was my first dog. We went back and forth between New York and L.A. probably 40 times, and he went in a bag under the seat. So the puppy starts whining. She unzips the dog carrier, and she starts to pet the puppy to calm it down, and it works. The dog stops whining. Then the flight attendant comes over and says to the woman, the bag needs to be zipped and placed under the seat at all times. The woman complied, but the dog started whining again, So she petted the puppy with the carrier closed. The flight attendant threw her off the plane along with the dog. Now, what can the flight attendant be thinking if a puppy's whining and you open that thing just a little zip and you pet the puppy and it's quiet? Why would you not be allowed to keep the puppy quiet?
The only thing I can think of is that they must have had a policy where a dog got out of the crate, got out of the carrier. And once that happens, then the airline becomes liable.
But I've seen dogs
I've
sitting in
seen
the laps.
dogs sitting in laps.
Yeah,
Right. But if their policy is you got to keep it in the carrier and the flight attendants are said, look, if you let the dog out of the carrier.
Who let the dogs out?
Who let the dogs out?
It's on you, and you're going to be fired. I can see why the flight attendant would take that stance. I just think it's a stupid rule.
I don't understand the
Do
dog.
whatever you got to do to get the dog calm.
Yeah, I don't understand the dog rules on planes because I've actually sat next to somebody who had their dog in their lap the entire flight. Like, what? How is that person getting away with it?
But there are some people, like all of us are dog people. There are some people who aren't. Like a friend of mine's wife was walking. She had a little yip dog.
Yeah.
Was walking the dog down the street, and a pit bull got out and grabbed the dog and killed it.
Oh my God!
And bit her in the hand and stuff like that. And the people that own the pit bull were incredibly apologetic and
well, sure.
And felt
getting
terrible.
sued.
But like Bergman always, when I bring up pit bulls, Bergman says there's nothing wrong with pit bulls.
There is nothing wrong with pit bulls.
Okay, but that story
the vast majority of pit bulls
would
are,
indicate that obviously somebody thought there was nothing wrong with their pit bull and it committed murder. So, I mean, I understand why the airline may have that policy, but I think you got to go case by case there, don't you? If the dog was calming down, and particularly when the dog was inside the case and the pet owner is petting the dog and the dog's being quiet, just leave good enough alone.
I think that each airline has a different rule for dogs. You are a dog owner, so when you travel, you check what are the rules.
Yes.
If the rule says leave the door in the whatever you have, then you leave it there.
Sure.
And if
but
it says,
if the dog starts making noise,
well, a lot of people give the dogs a little something to.
Yeah, my dog used to pop a Xanax
Gummies?
before a long flight.
Dog gummies?
Nah, just a little Xanax.
Something. No, seriously.
Cappy's got a guy.
Seriously.
He does.
Seriously, because then keep in mind that not everybody likes dogs. Okay?
Right.
So maybe the airlines do that because otherwise they're going to be liable, like you said.
Yeah, if you don't like dogs and you're sitting next to me and I have my dog on my lap, I can see how that could make you uncomfortable. Yeah. And you didn't pay for that.
By the way,
so
you mentioned the pit bull thing. What, Bergman, is your dog a pit bull?
Yes, she is.
Okay.
And so is Brian's dog.
Oh, and yours dog is too.
Yeah.
So pit bulls can be very, very lovable and sweet and you know, you guys obviously have.
I have
sweet
children.
dogs.
I have little kids into my house all the time. It doesn't matter. She is the sweetest dog in the world. It's what the owner makes it. And this is of any dog. When I got one of my older dogs trained, the trainer said that the worst dog that they ever trained was a golden retriever. And golden retrievers are supposed to be sweet and kind and nice.
Worst in what way?
What was the
Biting and stuff?
most vicious, most angriest dog they ever trained was a golden retriever. So it's not about the dog breed; it's how they're raised. It doesn't matter what dog you have. You can get a Chihuahua if you train it to be mean.
I read last week some lady got killed by a pit bull.
Okay, you can find
No,
stories.
I don't read about other breeds.
Pit bulls are the sweetest dogs
So
as long as they're not trained. That dog very well could have been trained that way.
And I don't read that anybody was killed by a Chihuahua.
That's right.
You can train if you could train a
lab.
Chihuahua. No, lab. I had a lab when I was young, and that lab bit the pool guy.
Michael lost another one this week.
What's that? Oh, you did?
Yep.
Your dog chewing up the remote.
Murphy the dog got another remote.
Yeah. What's this dog about remotes?
I don't know, but he's got this number 5. Jeez. And I keep telling Lisa, I go, if he ever gets to the batteries, the dog's going to be in big trouble. You better wake up and start doing these
Why
things.
don't you put him up higher? What did you?
My wife refuses to do it.
Put him where the dog can't reach it.
Yeah, I mean, read this whole exchange. Jack sent me that note that said Murphy keeps eating the remotes. Read what I write.
She refuses to put the remotes away.
Maybe he doesn't.
I said with Lisa on the chain, I said, this is your mom's fault. She refuses to put the remotes up.
Keep them remotes away. She won't put the remotes up high enough. That's weird.
Or maybe he wants to choose the channels.
Yeah, sure.
Put it on Animal Planet.
Doesn't like what's on. All right, coming up next for you, there is an all-time world's record, and it relates to Halloween. Plus, you can own a fire-breathing dog. A
What?
fire-breathing dog. Yes, that's coming up
Dracarys?
next, William. By the way, if you're coming to the Lakers game tonight, join us for a pregame party at LA Live starting at 3:30. Stop by the 710 booth for a chance to win Lakers tickets and T-shirts and prizes and more, plus a photo op with the Laker girls and the Larry O'Brien Trophy. BB-Go is there as well with the food truck. Again, that's tonight starting at 3:30.
Wait a minute. The BB-Go food truck's going to be downstairs tonight?
That is
Bergman.
correct, yes.
The BB-Go food truck is downstairs.
Can we go now? Let's leave the show now.
Well, no, but I'm going to leave in 45 minutes and go hit the BB-Go food truck.
There you go. It all starts at 3:30. Ireland, you'll be right on time. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, guys, it's officially back. Fifth Row Fridays presented by BB-Go.
That's the official game day snack of the Lakers, by the way. And this is the best thing we give away. Fifth row seats to a Laker game. How many times do people come up to us and say, hey, give me Laker tickets?
Yes.
We don't have them. I don't even have them, but you can win them if you listen every day.
And these seats are better than the seats that you and Michael have, right?
15 rows better.
Yeah.
Michael and I are like row 20. So here's how you win. You listen every day to all the shows and take notes. If you can answer 5 questions about what happened on the show that day, you're eligible to win.
And don't forget, on Fridays, your chance to call in all 5 right answers, and you are in the fifth row at Crypto.com Arena for a Lakers game.
For free!
The return of $1 Million Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays.
Your chance to win $1 million from 710 ESPN.
Listen every Monday this football season for your chance at $1 million. $1 Million Mondays.
Presented by Hollywood Park Casino. Eat, drink, play.
Listen every Monday to 710 ESPN. When you hear the cue to call, be caller number 7. Give us your Super Bowl prediction. Both teams and the final score, and you could be winning $1 million this football season on LA's $1 Million mega sports station, 710 ESPN. Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN, the OGs of LA Sports Radio. We're here each weekday, 1 to 4 p.m. for your afternoon. Sandwiched between Travis and Sliwa and Sonato and Cap. Mason and Ireland continues now.
Day before Halloween. And we've got Lakers basketball for you tonight. Lakers versus the Orlando Magic. Paolo Banchero, one of the really good young players in the game, is going to be here tonight. And the Lakers are home Wednesday to the Clippers. That's a Lakers home game, right, on Wednesday?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got that. And, of course, the Rams get blown out yesterday. That was really awful. That was a terrible game. Put me in a – here's the thing. Yesterday was a crap day because at 10 o'clock in the morning, I woke up and watched my favorite team get absolutely destroyed. And then the rest of the day, you're like, what's the point?
Let me ask you. So I'm watching the MLB Network, and Mookie Betts is at the World Series. He's going to work as a correspondent at for the MLB Network. Mookie was at the Lakers-Suns game. I don't know if you saw him, Pepe. He was sitting right down to our left. And they put him in the Jumbotron, and he got the crap booed.
That is awful.
Why would you boo Mookie Betts? I know he had a bad playoff series.
Historically bad.
But still, The dude played 2 different Gold Glove defense at 2 different positions, led you to the best record in the division, has been nothing but a stand-up dude since he's been here, and we're really going to boo him because the Dodgers lost in the first round of the playoffs? What are people thinking?
That's not right. No, not at all.
It's not right. But, I mean, fans are emotional, and it was the wrong night, clearly. I mean, if it happened in 6 months, it would be a different scenario. But that one,
or even a month ago.
Yeah, a month ago. It's, I don't know, fans. The booing thing bothers me. I understand you want to let him know you're unhappy, but realistically, I mean, that guy's back here next year and is here for the next 9 years. So
I didn't like it either.
No,
I
that's
don't
not
think
right.
it was nice.
That's not right.
Do you get upset when Kawhi Leonard's at a Dodger game and they boo him?
Well, they boo him because he's a Clipper.
Well, that's
he's a Clipper.
But I
That's
understand.
different.
But you're still booing a player,
Right, but he's a Clipper.
right?
You know why they're booing him.
You know why they're booing Mookie?
If
Because
Mookie
he
was in a
was
Clipper outfit, he
terrible.
would really get booed.
No, yes, he would absolutely get booed.
If Mookie wore a Clipper,
That would be the end of
jersey,
Mookie.
Yeah, it would be the end of Mookie. No, I mean, I think that's a different world only because this is a Los Angeles Dodger at a Los Angeles Lakers game, and you would never expect there to be boos.
Greg, you've been talking to Michael a lot because you are becoming like the devil's advocate, like Michael.
Well, sometimes it's fun to be devil's advocate.
It's called bringing up
look
facts.
Look at
Yeah.
mine. Look at
Did
mine.
you say it's called making up facts?
Bringing up facts.
Oh, I
Bringing
thought it was
up- yeah,
making
facts
up
are
facts.
facts. I go by facts.
That's Pepe. That's Pepe's
making
potpourri
up-
of lies.
Making up facts.
That's the potpourri of lies.
Okay, here's a little nugget I wanted to throw in there. So the world record for heaviest pumpkin of all time has been set. How much do you think the pumpkin weighs? It's a guy in California. How much do you think the heaviest all-time pumpkin weighs? Pepe?
The heaviest?
Heaviest all-time pumpkin.
And it's brand new. It just broke the record.
950.
950, okay.
I'd say 725.
Ireland?
1 ton.
1 ton.
What is 1 ton poundage?
2,000.
2,000? Wow, that's big. I'm going to say 345.
Uh-huh. And Brian?
1,000 pounds.
1,000 pounds. And the winner is Ireland. Get this. This thing weighs 1.2 tons.
What?
It's a pumpkin that weighs 1.2 tons.
Whoa.
Now, it is not a good-looking pumpkin.
No, it
It's
is not.
It's not one that you would want on your front yard because it's kind of collapsed. But I don't even... Don't you think there has to be some kind of performance-enhancing drug involved
I would think,
to
yeah.
grow a 1.2
Somebody's doctoring
ton?
the pumpkin feed.
Yes.
It would break your stoop.
Yeah, it would. It absolutely would. Okay, I wanted to get one more thing while we're here. So, I love technology. I always have, and you guys always make fun of me for it. So there is a brand new thing called a Terminator. And this is a dog, a robot dog, that can shoot flames. Now, it is for sale right now, even as we speak. It's a real thing. It is by a company called Thermodynamics. It is a dog that will shoot flames out of his... Now, do you see a use for that? Protective use. A dog that will shoot flames. Don't you think
Out of which
outside of the gated... Out of which side?
Because it was on the back. I
Both.
did that.
Both. Yeah. Don't you think, like, at the entrance to the gated community, a Terminator
Fire-breathing
fire-breathing dog might keep people out?
I think it could scare some people.
Are you kidding me? You have to put a beware sign.
Beware of fire-breathing dog.
yeah.
Yeah, the dog is called a Terminator, and I would imagine it's kind of dangerous. The company is called Flame, and if you want a Terminator, which is the first ever flame-throwing robot dog, you can buy it at throwflame.com. It's that easy.
Good to know.
It's that
That's
easy.
that simple.
I just want to give people guidance.
All right, Bergman, what are the Game of Games standings?
Oh, it's so close.
Is it close?
It's really close. So Sedano has 5, Mason has 4, Brian has 3, Bergman has 3, Ireland has 3, Cappy has 3, MT 1, and Betta 1, and this is worth 2.
2. And
Okay.
tomorrow's the last
So
day.
I got to get Cappy and Sedano on?
Well, we already have 5 players,
Yeah, I mean,
so we're
Cappy-
probably good.
Maybe Sedano, because
If
Sedano's
Sedano's
actually in
available, yeah,
contention.
since he has the lead, he'd be good to get.
Yeah,
but don't worry about
we
Cap.
should try to get him. And by the way, if George can't make it, too bad. I'm going to win the game and win the month. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Big news, Laker fans. John Ireland here. You can now stream every Lakers game on the ESPN LA app. Don't miss a second of the action with Michael Thompson and I on the call. Plus, all your live and local Lakers talk every day in the palm of your hand.
You're one tap away from everything Lakers.
You could even win Lakers tickets.
Download the ESPN LA app and bam!
Download the ESPN LA app at the App Store and Google Play.
ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland.
Game of Games.
Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time. Oh, this is for Pepe's potpourri of lies.
Okay.
Sweet little lies.
All right, 5 players.
Yes.
Brian, Greg, Mace, Ireland, Michael, and our host is Pepe Montilla with potpourri. Pepe, what do we got today?
First of all,
Yes.
I want to talk to the commissioner of Game of Games,
Yes.
El Jefe Bergman.
Okay.
Please,
Mao.
please tell these people to stop the whining until the game is over.
Right.
Well, if you whine, you
If
lose
you whine,
points.
you lose points.
Yeah, but they threw a
So if
big,
Pepe, if you feel like someone is whining, point that out and
Yeah,
they'll lose
they-
a point.
they-
I never
they're-
whine during the
As
game,
the
Pepe.
as the host, Pepe, it is your right to
they're-
assign
they-
a penalty.
They start with their tantrums and all that, and that
Hey,
that takes
if someone-
away from the.
Pepe,
Sure.
I'm serious. If you feel someone is complaining, you are allowed as the host
Yes.
to assess a penalty.
But the commissioners, that's
Okay.
the commissioner's
You say it, and I'll say
responsibility.
yes, he whined, or
Okay.
no, he
In
didn't.
this envelope, I have the question.
I love it.
No, I like it. He's Karnak.
All right, Karnak.
All right.
El Karnaco.
Sis, boom, ba.
Okay.
What's the sound a sheep makes when it explodes?
We're going to
In a microwave.
That was an old Karnak.
Yeah. All right, Pepe, go ahead.
In the World Series of 1956.
Are these all multiple choice? Let me just ask first.
Yes,
Okay.
all multiple choice.
No interruptions, please. In the World Series of 1956, Don Larsen had the only perfect game in history of the World Series. It was against the Brooklyn Dodgers. Who was the last player that he faced in that game? A. Dale Mitchell. B. Roy Campanella. C. Carl Furillo.
Brian. Mitchell, Campanella, or Furillo?
Campanella.
Greg.
Furillo.
Mace.
Furillo.
Mitchell, I'm saying. Michael.
Furillo.
Who was it, Pepe?
Who said Furillo?
That's us.
Greg, Mason, and
Mitchell?
You're all wrong, Mitchell.
1-0.
Mitchell. Never even heard of Mitchell.
Yeah.
That's why I picked him. He's the only one I'd never heard of.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
How many pitches did Larsen throw to get the perfect game? 96, 97, or 99?
Greg.
97.
Mace.
A very efficient 99.
I also say 99. Michael.
96.
Brian.
96.
Greg, 97.
All right, Bergman's on the board.
97.
All right.
So now it's 1-1.
Greg won, Ireland won.
Okay, so it's still alive.
That was baseball. Now we're going to go to the movies.
Hence,
and
potpourri.
This is potpourri.
Now we're going to movies.
Okay, you all remember Raquel Welch, right?
Yes, absolutely.
What was Raquel Welch's real name? Raquel Ros Tejada, Jo Raquel Tejada, or Raquel Mary Tejada?
What was the middle one, Pepe?
Jo Raquel Tejada, Raquel Mary Tejada, Raquel Ros Tejada, Jo Raquel Tejada, Raquel Mary Tejada.
Mace.
2. Number 2.
The one that starts with Joe.
Yes.
That's what I think it is too. Michael.
Mary.
Brian.
Yeah, B.
Greg.
A,
B, or C? All right. Greg says A. Everybody else says B. Who is it?
Michael didn't say B.
What did Michael
He
say?
said C.
With
It's
Mary.
B.
It's B.
It's B.
So we
All
all
right.
wait.
Everybody but me and Michael.
Okay. Brian won. Mason won. Ireland's got the lead.
Okay, next.
I just went third person on myself.
Yes,
Where
you
did Raquel Welch was born? Pasadena, California, Brooklyn, New York, or Chicago, Illinois?
This one, you went first last time, right, Mace?
I did.
Okay, so you said Pasadena,
Brooklyn or Chicago.
I'll say Pasadena. Michael.
Pasadena.
Brian.
Let's go Brooklyn.
Greg.
Pasadena.
Mace.
Pasadena.
You're all wrong. Chicago.
Oh, Chicago.
Missed
It's right
that.
there for everybody.
Yeah, nobody got it. Okay.
Okay, Raquel's father.
By the way, we'll have to check all this stuff after.
Yeah, please do.
Pepe, can I be constituted as a complaint? All right, go ahead.
This is a warning, okay?
Okay, so you're letting me off of the warning. Thank you. Thank you.
Raquel's father was from South America. Can you tell me what country was he from? A, Ecuador. B, Argentina. C, Bolivia.
Michael.
Ecuador.
Brian.
Ecuador.
Greg.
Ecuador.
Mace.
Argentina.
What's the one nobody's guessed so far, Pepe?
Bolivia.
I'll say Bolivia.
Yeah, and you're right.
Boom. No, really? Her dad was from Bolivia? I'm just asking. I was just surprised. I'm not complaining.
Hey,
wow.
He's already had one warning.
No, I said wow.
He's like the
From
guy.
Bolivia is
All
amazing.
right, I just want to point out he's already had one
That's
warning.
A great.
He just wants to ask you, are you sure,
No,
Pepe?
no.
That's his way of saying
That's a great fact.
he's questioning your integrity.
I'm going to use that later in a bar bet.
Armando Tejada was an aeronautical engineer from La Paz, Bolivia.
La Paz, Mace. How did you not know
that's
that?
the capital.
All right, Ireland
14,000
3.
feet high.
Brian, Greg, Mace 1. Michael, Bupkis.
Jeez, Pepe.
We are going to change the subject.
Of course
Now
we are. That's the potpourri.
We're going to mythology. Okay.
Mythology.
Mythology, yeah.
Who in mythology? Who's the Greek god of war? Mars, Tans, or Ares?
The god of war?
The god of war.
Brian, this one's you.
Ares.
Greg.
What was the other one?
Mars, Tans, or Ares?
B.
Tans. Mace.
Ares.
I'm also saying Aris. Michael.
Mars.
Who is it, Pepe?
Aris.
Okay. Mace, you got that,
Yeah,
right?
I got that.
Greg, did you get that?
I did not.
I got that one.
Brian, okay. Ireland 4, Mason 2, Brian 2, Greg 1. Michael,
I know.
Pepe is stumping you.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
All right.
That's why these
Pay
questions can't be
close
right.
attention so you guys don't ask again and again. What did you say?
Okay, got it. We will not ask again and again. What did you say?
Okay. According to the American Film Institute, what was the second most memorable quotation of all time in American cinema? A, I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse. B, here's looking at you, kid. C, may the force be with you.
Second biggest.
Greg.
Second biggest? Here's looking at you.
Mace.
May the force be with you.
I think Here's Looking at You, Kid was number 1, so I'm going to say number 2 was I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse.
It's
Michael.
Yeah, I'd go with the offer.
Brian.
Yeah, make you an offer.
What did you say?
Offer.
Make you an offer you can't refuse.
You got one.
Yes! Me, Michael, and Brian.
Damn.
Okay, so Michael's on the board. Brian, you're the closest one to me.
You know what the number 1 is? The one.
Here's Looking at You, Kid.
Gone with the Wind.
Oh, frankly, I
don't give a damn. Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay, Michael,
Yeah.
you have to know this one.
All right.
Okay.
What's the score, John?
Ireland 5, Brian 3, Mason 2, Greg and Michael 1.
How many are left, Pepe?
Several?
Several.
Okay.
Okay, number 8. In what year Tostitos were introduced to the public? 1978, 1979, or 1980?
All right, Mace, 78, 79, or 80?
I remember. It was 79.
I'm going to go 1980. Michael.
78.
Oh, so all three have been guessed. Brian.
I'm going to go 80.
Greg.
Let's do 78.
It's a shame that you don't know.
What?
1979. Who said 1979?
Mace, you got that one?
Yeah, I
all
got
right, so
that
you
one.
have 3. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Dave, no one else got that.
No one else got
right?
it.
Okay, here we go.
I'm alive.
You know who makes Tostitos? PepsiCo.
PepsiCo, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who's the chairman and CEO of PepsiCo? Ramon LaHuerta, Hugh Johnston, or Donald M. Kendall?
The CEO of PepsiCo.
PepsiCo.
Say them one more time, Pepe.
Ramon LaHuerta, Hugh Johnston, or Donald M. Kendall?
All right, this one is me. I'm going to go with Ramon. Michael.
Kendall.
Brian.
Donald Kendall.
Greg.
The one that hasn't been said.
What's the third? What's the one? Not Ramon and not
Hugh
Kendall.
Johnston.
Hugh
Okay,
Johnson.
that one.
Mace.
I'm way back.
Kendall.
Who is it, Pepe?
It's a shame, Michael. You shouldn't need Tostitos anymore.
Why?
Ramon LaHuerta.
Boom.
Oh!
I think I'm out.
I'm running away with it.
See, some of these questions I need to go back and check.
You go, please.
Complaint.
Hey,
complaint.
Pepe,
Complaint.
is that not a complaint?
No, I just
That-
said,
no, it's a complaint.
I want more information
No,
on some of
John,
these
it's a complaint.
subjects.
-1.
Pepe, I'll just repeat what he said.
I'd like to know
I
more.
want to go back and check some of these questions.
I just
Is that
want to
not
go
a
back
complaint?
and check.
I'm going to check the video.
Yeah. No, look. You think I'm complaining?
Okay, this is the second warning. No more.
Second
yeah,
warning.
3 strikes and you're out.
Okay, all right.
All right,
fine.
let's do 3 more.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I'm out.
All right, no, you. Yeah, Greg, you are out.
Yeah.
Greg
Okay.
and Michael are out. So Brian and Pepe are Brian and Mace. You guys got to be. I'll go first on all 3 of these.
Come on, you guys.
Stupid
Okay.
game.
Stupid. It is.
I'm out. I'm already out.
Oh, he's out. Okay.
Hey, write it down for next time.
Okay, start
Minus
from-
Doesn't carry over.
Michael.
Doesn't carry over. Just -1 anyway.
Okay,
You're at
minus-
0, Michael.
Great. Yeah. Okay.
Just carry over.
Pepe, 3 more. Pick
No
your
carry.
3 best ones.
And, okay, here we go. What is the capital of Malawi? Comesa, Lilongwe, or Asmara?
I'll say Asmata. Brian. Don't say Asmata. You got to catch up.
B.
And Mace. A, B, or C.
Am I behind him?
You are tied with him. But nobody has. What'd you guess? A, B, or C, Brian?
B.
Oh, you can guess A and you can have it to yourself.
I'm going A.
You go A?
Yeah.
You should have gone B.
Okay, Brian got it. All right, so that Mace, that means you're out.
I
Brian,
definitely question a lot of these.
There are two more. There are two more left. You can tie me if you get them both. Okay, here
now
we
that
go.
you're out, Mace, you can really
This
say what you think.
potpourri may have more lies than the average potpourri.
Mace,
I'm out of it, so you can penalize me.
It's really too bad because the next question was
For me?
you.
All right, what is it, Pepe?
Humphrey Bogart won one Oscar for what movie? Casablanca, To Have and Have Not, or The African Queen?
I'll say The African Queen, Brian.
Casablanca.
The African Queen.
Boom! It's over.
Yeah, it's over.
All right.
I have two more just for fun.
Okay, just for fun.
This is for everybody.
Well, this isn't fun.
Yeah, it's not fun, but go ahead.
When you lose, it's never fun.
Yeah, correct. It's not fun.
Who wrote the novel Dr. Zhivago? Fyodor Dostoevsky, Boris Pasternak, or Arkady Gaidar?
Boris Pasternak.
Can't even say the names. Much less
Yeah,
have to get more
Pasternak.
It's Boris Pasternak.
Pasternak.
Yeah, because
I'll go
he
with
said
Pasternak.
Yeah.
Brian.
Yep.
Yeah, I had to read it for school. Yeah.
Did we get it?
Yeah, it's not Pasternak.
I knew it.
Yeah.
So tomorrow, by the way, tomorrow is now for Ireland. You won, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so now tomorrow's for everything. Sedano 5, Ireland 5, Mason 4, Brian 3, Bergman
win
3, Cappy 3. So we could have a 4-way tie, 5-way tie, or someone could win outright.
I have one more question.
All right,
for
go for it.
everyone.
Okay,
Last
good.
one.
Yeah,
Another
yeah.
one.
Tiebreaker.
Can I complain now?
Yes.
Yeah, please do. Complain away.
Who was the first act in the festival in Woodstock in 1969?
B.
Sweetwater, Country Joe McDonald, or Richie Havens?
Country Joe McDonald.
Richie Haven.
Richie Haven.
Who is it, Brian?
First one.
Greg.
B.
Who is it?
Did you answer already?
Richie Haven.
It is Richie.
Richie Haven. I remember that.
What's
Okay.
weird is, so I did not know a single answer
In
the
potpourri.
entire time until you got to bonus time, and then I knew Pasternak and Haven.
Yeah.
And you know the African Queen.
And I
probably.
did know the African Queen also.
There you go.
yeah.
Pepe, I enjoyed your game, obviously.
Really?
Pepe?
Yeah.
It's too obscure.
I think
Yeah.
we bring back
Wait,
the
and
potpourri of
strawberry
lies.
pie
Yeah.
wasn't obscure?
Oh, that was great, though. I love that.
I
Yeah,
thought
because
that-
you won, you
Yeah.
jackass.
No, of recent games, the worst is Harry Potter.
No, absolutely
The
not.
second worst is
By the way,
Strawberry
Harry
Pie.
Potter has taken on Twitter. Harry Potter is generally considered the worst game in
It
the
is.
history
It's
of the
actually
game.
split. It's split down the middle. Some people say it's the worst ever, and some people that was the greatest game.
All right, so by the way, tomorrow
If
with
you like Harry
everything
Potter,
on the line,
Yep.
the whole month on the line, all of it,
Whose game?
Laura Romo.
Oh.
Greg,
We'll be
Greg,
bringing it to you.
You won one potpourri with Elvis Presley. I'm
Yeah, he's
always
overrated.
gonna remember that because you're always putting down.
Yeah, because you
Elvis
don't even
Presley.
like Elvis.
I hate Elvis, and you're win that way, cool, but doesn't change my feelings on him.
All right.
Come on, Laura, make an easy game.
Yeah, come on, Laura. Favor me. I have a chance to win a second consecutive month with a win tomorrow.
This was favoring you, but you were
It was not
complaining all
favoring.
the
It was
time.
not favoring anybody.
It was favoring
such
nobody.
obscure stuff
Yeah.
that nobody could
Like
possibly
La
know.
Paz, Bolivia.
I knew it all, Pepe. I thought it was a great game.
Pepe, I thought it was fine.
Don Larson, you guys are Dodgers fans.
The last batter in
Yeah,
Don Larson's
really.
perfect
Yeah,
game. You
Raquel
think that's
Welch.
common knowledge?
It was Mitchell.
It was Mitchell.
Why
You didn't
Raquel
even know.
Welch? Like, why did you decide today was
Everybody knows.
Why did you decide today was Raquel Welch Day?
And not Joan
Why do
Crawford.
we have all those Raquel Welch
Because I told him he couldn't write Kate Beckinsale questions.
Yeah, see? I did Margot Robbie, you guys complain.
Yeah.
I do Beckinsale, you guys complain.
So he
I
did
said,
his favorite
I'm going
actress.
to do Raquel Welch.
Okay.
I love Margot.
But she was born in
Who you gonna do next? Sofia Vergara next?
Oh, that's a good one.
She's from Columbia, Pepe. Put that
Who's
in
your
the next
favorite
one.
actress, Brian?
Salma Hayek?
Who's your favorite?
Yeah,
Let's
Brian.
go Jennifer Aniston.
So there, go Jennifer
Aniston.
Aniston.
There we go.
Nice.
What about Salma
Now
Hayek?
you and Cappy.
Oh, yeah.
Cappy
I'll
loves
have to go
Jennifer
head-to-head.
Aniston.
I'll do
Do what?
the one that he just said.
Which is?
Jennifer Aniston?
Jennifer Aniston
Jennifer
trivia.
Oh, Jennifer Aniston. Okay, yeah, do Jennifer Aniston
Yeah.
trivia.
Mike, you got the game on Wednesday.
Wednesday,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
It'll be
Okay.
a good game. Pepper, you coming in for that game, right?
Yeah.
That game's going to be good.
Right now, let's hit the Super Stager.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles.
KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM, Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason in Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk, presented by Coors Light. Coors Light, made to chill.
It's time for Super
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey. Where are you guys today?
I am a little under the weather, so I didn't want to get you guys sick.
So are you at
glad
home?
you didn't come in then.
I am home. Yes.
Okay.
I will be in tomorrow because I will be on the Around the Horn Halloween show. So I'll be trying to defend my Game of Games title here. Or my lead.
Now, do you have to wear a costume for the
Around
the Horn?
Do you know what you're wearing yet?
Yeah, they told me what to wear.
Oh, okay.
I will be Pat McAfee tomorrow.
Oh,
good.
interesting. So sleeveless tee?
Yeah. You'll have to see on TV.
Okay,
Mace.
we'll have to watch.
Tune in.
Cappy, did you go to any Halloween stuff this weekend?
I did, and then tomorrow I will be in studio, and while George is Pat McAfee, Morales and I don't want to say who we are, but we are a combination. We are a tag team, if you will.
I'm going to be in costume tomorrow, and it's not going to be this one, okay?
Wait a minute. Pepe, you're going to be in costume tomorrow.
You're going to dress up? Do they hand out candy?
No.
You're coming in here?
I'm here for you guys.
You're coming in here tomorrow.
You know there's not a Laker game tomorrow.
I already asked. Come on. He's the boss.
Yeah,
He said okay.
He said he's coming in.
Okay.
Okay.
Fine by me.
Yeah, no, I'm good with that.
Are you guys in costume tomorrow?
Yeah,
I am not.
I'm wearing. I'm going as the CEO of Sunday Swagger. How about that?
Nice.
Come on, Mace. Dress up. Be a part of the team.
Not everybody has to dress up.
You don't have to do anything, but you should.
Bergen, what are you dressing up as?
I'm dressing up the same as I did last year. I'm going to be the dude from Big Lebowski.
Why are you doing the same costume?
What do I care?
Well, you're not putting any effort into it.
No, I have to wear.
I mean, that's a great costume. I wish I could wear that.
Thank you. I have the wig. I have a robe. I have shorts. I have sandals.
Yeah,
How about
I
a
wish
White
I could
Russian?
wear
You got
that.
a White
Although I got to be
Laura
honest,
says I
the
have to dress up
Pat
tomorrow.
McAfee is kind of comfortable too.
See, that's it. It's about the comfort.
Yeah.
You know, the
George,
wig is
you gotta
itchy.
make sure you hit some arm curls before you do that.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
right.
no question.
Yeah, you got to
yourself
get a little.
I got to have
swole.
the pump.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Get it
Dano, did you
swole.
see Pepe's costume today?
No, I did not.
That was good.
It's,
you would like
it's
it.
really
we'll
good.
send it
It's
to you.
Jack Skellington from.
That's funny. My
Nightmare
daughter
Before
was
Christmas.
watching that I went to see that at the theater over here, whatever they call it. It's So
got,
you know
like
they
5 different names.
They did a version of it at the Bowl this past week.
And they played the music live.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. It's Danny Elfman music. It's awesome.
Mace,
Awesome.
are you going to Guns N' Roses at the Hollywood Bowl on Wednesday?
As it turns out, no, I'm not. Pepe, you're going?
I am going, not tomorrow, no, not the first, but the second.
Pepe,
Wait, Wednesday.
Michael sent me the picture, Pepe. Estás guapo.
Gracias.
Sí.
¿Es
Gracias.
muy guapo?
Es guapo.
What does that
No,
mean?
pero no viste la máscara.
Oh, no,
right.
no. It's just the
Right.
picture without the mask.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he needed the mask.
Muy
Hey,
guapo.
we asked him. We asked him to do the game in that outfit tonight. He won't do it, George.
Oh.
He wants me to go like this to crypto. No way.
It's
He thinks-
still better looking than the Zubas.
But Mace, why will you and Johnny I not dress up tomorrow since everybody else is getting into the spirit?
Well, I hate Halloween.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm glad when it's over because then Christmas comes and the decorations are cool. Right now, there's all these junky decorations in my neighborhood and like the house 2 doors down. It's called Scaryville or something. The kids are supposed to go in there. Boo, scary boo. I'll just be glad when it's over.
Yeah, you always complain about your neighbors putting stuff up, right?
I don't like Halloween decorations. I think they make everything look junky.
Oh, God, my neighbors. You got to see what's going on in my neighbors.
Oh, yeah?
Costco must have had a sale on like 75-foot skeletons.
Oh.
People got them plastered all over the place in this neighborhood.
See, I think don't you think that junks up the neighborhood?
Not really.
It looks junky. Michael, if somebody next to your fancy house put up gigantic skeletons and spider webs and spiders, you would say, hey, wait a minute.
Dude, let me tell you something. Go ahead, Michael.
There's
Sorry.
a neighbor up the street from the house. That's pretty close. He has giant skeletons up front. My grandson Roman wants to be taken by there to look at him all the time.
Yeah.
So that's fun. It's fun. Kids
Yeah.
love it.
It's
Now-
fun for the kids.
Yeah.
have to
If you go to like Walmart or actually I went to Lowe's the other day and they had like 5 of those things that
I know,
talk.
I know.
It was insane how big those things were. And Tim Legler, who works at ESPN, who does NBA coverage for us, this is like his favorite holiday. Like if you go back, you can Google this. He's like the guy in the neighborhood that has like the haunted house in his house basically every year.
Mason
I'm
loves
sitting
that.
on about 5 or 6 big giant containers, all filled with Halloween house like get-ups. You know what I mean? Like skeletons.
Right.
Oh,
and
so
like
you're gonna
tombstone-
put all that stuff up?
No, it's all sitting in like these big boxes in my garage. I got no use for them anymore. When the kids were little, that's what everybody loved to decorate the house. Now that everybody's out of the house, other than just the little one who's 17, we're not decorating the house. What do I do with all this Halloween junk?
I think you put it on eBay.
but you had a custom. I saw your picture on Instagram. You went to a party, right?
Yes, I did go to a party Saturday night, but I will tell you guys, Johnny I and Mace, that on Friday night I went out to see a band play, and everybody in the bar was dressed in costume.
Yep.
And I was wearing a pair of jeans and a black T-shirt, and I really felt like the outcast. You know, I hate that question. So who are you?
You could have told him you were Vin Diesel.
That's true. I could have, but
that's how he dresses.
All this hair.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I the Halloween thing. Maybe I'll wear something. I can't. You got to throw something together at the last minute. Ireland, any ideas?
No.
Michael,
Zero.
any ideas?
Just put a sheet over you, cut a couple of eyes out, and
That's
goes
it.
a ghost.
Yeah, goes a ghost.
If I bring you a costume, Mace, will you put it on?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
There you go. There you go.
Sure, I will. Are you coming in tomorrow?
Yeah.
Are you going to the game on Wednesday?
Correct.
Oh, nice.
So that's why I'm saying, isn't Guns N' Roses Wednesday night?
Yeah, that's why I'm not.
Yeah,
going.
and that's one show, and then they have another show.
Yeah, they
on
Wednesday and Thursday. Yeah,
I'm going on Thursday.
I'll be at Yamava on Thursday.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I saw they're doing a show out there. I saw a commercial for it. They get such great shows at Yamava.
Yeah, they got Mariah coming soon.
They got Mariah, and they've got Tina Fey with Amy Poehler.
Oh, see, that would be
which
cool.
would be a great show.
You know what show I want to see there? Grand Funk Railroad.
Oh.
They're still alive?
Yeah,
Clearly.
they're really good.
Yeah.
Clearly.
I don't think they're going to have dead people up there, Mike.
Well, but are they the original Grand
Yeah, they
Funks?
probably are filling in with younger people, and
No, there's
as
some-
they
they have a
drop.
couple of guys.
Probably
There's
Grand
old
Funk
as-
Railroad
old as-
guys have dropped.
Yeah, they're as old as the Stones.
They
Got to be careful saying the Grand Funk Railroad though, because earlier I heard you guys with Travis and Slee, and they were playing the sound of one of the college football announcers who talked about a funky interception, and everybody thought he said the F word, which
It's
is
very tricky.
George, you got to maybe work that into
No.
a game this week.
Funky?
Funky.
No.
I'm good. I like my
Funky's
job.
out.
Oscillating is good.
Although I did do Mace, I forgot to tell you 2 weeks ago. I worked in 2 out of your 3. I still couldn't do kerplunk because nothing happened like where it
Where
made
a
sense.
kerplunk would make
but
sense.
I did ephemeral and I did serendipitous.
So how'd you use ephemeral? Do you remember?
It was during the game Cappy's team lost at the end there against Wake Forest, Pitt Wake Forest, where
Their
it was
lead
back
was
and
ephemeral?
forth in the fourth quarter, and I said the Wake Forest lead ephemeral. Was ephemeral. Yeah.
Nice job.
Good.
That's great.
Good.
What does that mean?
Ephemeral means
Short time. Yeah.
just
Short-lived.
a short, brief.
Short-lived.
Yeah.
Brief. Yeah.
We all took the SAT.
Exactly.
35
Efímero
years ago.
in Spanish. Efímero.
Sí, efímero. Correcto.
Ephemeral.
And what does serendipity mean?
By chance.
By chance. You use that one too, huh?
Oh yeah, that's easy to sneak into.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Any
That's a
kind of
good one.
sporting event for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. So
Hey, so Mace, are you like depressed this weekend?
Yeah,
like
I
what
am.
happened? The Rams. I mean, the
USC
Trojans
might as
are
well
also,
have been a loss.
Yeah, I mean, I was just
and
gonna
yesterday
say.
was just like a
disaster.
complete dismantling.
By the way, Ireland, your team is the team of Los Angeles in college football.
My
this
ass.
year.
Yes, it is. And
Let's see.
Chip Kelly's starting to smile and have
Let's-
fun, and
let's-
it's like a whole new world.
Let's find out last week of the season.
They got a bunch of new jewelry over there.
Well, at that
Hey,
time,
Mace.
Caleb will be benched by then.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Mace, I wouldn't be too confident if I were you, because as this thing starts to go off the rails against Oregon and Washington, just as it barely stayed on against Cal, either Caleb isn't playing, or even if he is, UCLA's defense, what they did this past weekend at Colorado, they're much better than most of us probably realized.
The defense is really, really good.
Am I the only one that thinks that USC's got a chance against Washington on Saturday?
I mean, a chance, sure. Why not?
The chances are not zero that they win. I think there's a chance they win that football game.
They are a underdog though at home.
Yeah, -1.5. I think is the line.
Oh, really?
Last
I
time
saw 3.5 the other day.
It may be. It may be. I saw a -1.5 come through.
And
but
I agree with you that USC is going to win.
USC's going to win
yeah,
against
I think
Washington, who's
I also
undefeated.
think- I also think they're going to win.
I can
Okay.
say it, right?
This is when that team rallies around Coach Lincoln Riley. Let's
don't think
do
so.
this.
You're
thing.
a mean one.
Let's do this thing.
Mr.
I mean, let me tell you
Grinch.
something, man. That is a that team is not playing.
Well, did you hear what Mason said today, Sonano?
No.
If Alex Grinch is not fired as the defensive coordinator at USC. He will retire on
retire.
the spot.
Oh, really?
Oh, what are you? You're Chris Russo
I'm
now?
doing the Chris Russo. But I'm doing
And then
exactly the Chris
when
Russo.
he's not fired, then you say you're retiring from something other than radio.
Yeah, you'll retire from the Culture Pop podcast.
I'll retire from. I'll change the name of it and do a different one. Yeah.
You could be like Dusty Rhodes. He used to come back as the Midnight Rider whenever he would do a
Right.
loser leaves town match.
But
back
I
in
think
the old days.
I think there's no chance Alex Grinch comes back as the defensive.
By the way, they
coordinator.
used to do that in wrestling all the time. Michael,
Yeah.
remember there was this guy,
Yeah.
and he was a fairly prominent character called the One Man Gang.
Right.
Oh yeah,
And
of
then
course.
one day, like overnight, he comes back as Hakeem,
Yes,
a visitor
yes.
from the East.
Yeah.
But it's the same
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
He
Oh, no
just
doubt.
put on like a Middle Eastern outfit.
Yeah,
Mick
I'm
Foley.
telling you, Dusty Rhodes made that famous when he did that. He would come in as Dusty Rhodes and then lose the loser leave town match, which I'm sure Michael would see plenty of those
Oh, yeah,
times
always.
back in the day. And then he'd come in still fat Dusty
Yep,
Rhodes, but with a
exactly.
mask.
Right.
And he was the
Those are good
Midnight
days.
Rider.
And he always had that like big red.
Mace,
like,
you could do
like,
that if
thing on
if
his
Alex
gut.
Grinch doesn't get fired. You could come back as just change your name and come back.
Yeah.
You could come back as Steve Mashonsky.
Oh, Steve Mashonsky.
There you go.
There you
Mashonsky
go.
in Ireland. By the way, I got a tweet.
The one Mashonsky.
Got a tweet from Magic Mike 24. He says, Mace is so close to his day off, he don't give a blank, and it's hilarious.
When is it,
It's
Mace?
kinda-
When's it getting to the 59 or whatever?
I'm
it is?
at 50 as of today.
Congrats.
Next Thursday will be 58, and that'll be the end.
Hey,
Wow.
nice.
Then
And then
we'll
what's the
take a
plan
month
after
off?
that? What happens?
Then he's taking the whole last 2 months
No,
off.
no, I'm taking
Yeah,
two.
then he'll see you in
I'm
2024.
taking 2 days, and then I'm waiting for Thanksgiving.
Oh my God.
And so, what's you guys are on till what time today? 6?
6. Yeah, 6, because you guys will take over with the Lakers broadcast.
Now, Sedano, everybody thinks that this is an automatic win for the Lakers. Orlando's 2-0 and they're good.
Yeah, they. Paolo's good. Franz Wagner is good. They've got a nice young team for sure. They beat Boston 3 times last year.
Cole Anthony's played great in both of these games.
Yeah,
Lakers better show up tonight.
Yeah, you can't. There are no gimme games in the NBA anymore. At least I don't think. I think pretty much if you look down every team, there's at least one guy that can get hot on a given night and just snatch the game from you. And legit good guy that can snatch the game from you.
The one team that I think is going to struggle to win 10 games is Portland.
Well, it
yeah,
depends on.
I guess that's true.
It depends on.
What does Scoot look like
Yeah.
right halfway through the year? You know what I mean? Like,
But I do like Bancaro. He's very good.
he's on your fantasy team.
He's on my fantasy team.
How's your fantasy team doing so far?
He's good. Mason's in the lead, aren't you?
First place.
I bet.
Well, it's only been like 5 games.
I know.
that
I
we've
don't want to
played,
get
though.
too excited, but I am in first place.
I bet
Well, then don't get too down on the
$5,000,
Lakers.
George, that Mason finishes ahead of you in that
Okay.
in that thing.
He didn't last year.
Oh,
But,
I fell to third.
Oh, there you go. You are third.
Yeah, I'm third.
So
So
we've
it's-
only how many games have we played? I think. How many games here?
Most of these guys have 2 or 3 games. 3
Yeah,
games,
nobody's
right?
really played very much.
Yeah, nobody's. But I think my team is better than I thought it was.
Yeah. I mean, look, I think a lot of this fantasy is very lucky, right? Like
Yep.
if you get the wrong injury at the wrong time, no matter what the sport is, basketball, football, you're screwed. So
All of these things are lucky. All of the pools and everything, it's just
Of
pure
course,
luck.
yeah. Like my mom and me and Juan all advanced in the Survivor pool.
you're still going?
Yeah, still going.
Bergman, you alive in Survivor?
Yes, I am. Tonight is my game, so I
okay.
took Detroit over the
And Brian,
Raiders.
you're like me. You're out,
I'm
right?
out. Yeah, out on the Bills.
I'm telling you, this is like the great highlight of my mom's life. She cannot believe she's still alive. She calls me every week, how many people are left? And then she says, I do so much research online, and she comes up with the team that is
Makes no sense.
The biggest point spread. No,
Yeah.
she did take Philly over Miami last week, which is a really tough pick. I almost tried to talk her out of it.
Oh,
but
it's in Philly, though, right?
It was in Philly,
Yeah.
but still,
That was
Philly,
a good
Miami
pick.
is tough.
Yeah.
There are point spreads on the board.
You know, this week Miami plays like overseas. They play at 6:30
Yeah.
in the morning against Kansas
against
City.
Kansas City and
really
Germany.
good game.
Yeah.
But if you're
Where's
the
that?
NFL, why did you do that? Like, make that at least a game that's. I guess
Yeah,
it's
that would have
tough,
been a
right?
great Sunday night game.
I mean, I don't get it, man. Like, I mean, no offense to the folks in
Michael,
Germany,
you and I will
but-
be in Miami for that game. At least at least it'll kick at 9:30 instead of 6:30.
Oh, that's right. You guys start your East Coast trip early this year.
Yeah, we leave for Orlando on Thursday.
Day
We
early.
play Orlando and Miami next weekend.
Is that a back-to-back or no?
No. we
Oh,
got
so you get a day in Miami.
Yeah, it's supposed to rain, but like George, like you know, it rains every day down there at some point.
It was beautiful when I was there for the game this week. Like, it was just breezy and not humid. It was, I mean,
Nice.
by Miami standards. it was nice.
We'll be sitting out by the pool with cucumbers on our eyes.
There you go. That's
So-
life on the road.
You got to. I'm going to send you. I'm
you
going to
know what I
send
call
you a
that?
place to go to
Tuesday.
lunch.
So, George, when are you coming to crypto?
I'm doing the game Wednesday.
All right.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm doing the game
The
Wednesday.
Battle of LA.
The Battle of LA.
Come and say hi, not like other people that go to the game and don't.
Who's that?
They pretend.
Bergman.
Mason.
I know. I went
Bergman.
and saw Pepe.
Oh, did you?
Bergman didn't.
I
I always stop in to say hello to you.
Sedano
guys.
Mason was the only person who waved at Pepe when
I
Pepe
was
waved
one
to the crowd.
of a sea of people waving to Pepe. We were
Pepe,
all waving.
Does it count if you say hello to somebody on the floor before the game, or do you have to actually come up to the broadcast location for it to count for you?
You come to the broadcast location and say hi, Pepe.
Yeah.
It's nice to see you.
Yeah.
And
Have a normal conversation.
And I have a lot of respect for you, even if you don't come up. But if you don't come up, then I lose respect.
Yeah.
There you go. That's how it works.
So
Yeah.
you don't show up and say hello. It's no respect.
No
even
respect.
A,
No
respect.
even a
Problem. No respect for
You
you
got to
people.
go kiss the ring of the dictator. El Presidente Pepe.
Even in the preseason game, I came up and said hello to
Yes,
the boys.
you always do, George.
So.
But see, Michael,
What?
the lady that came and said, I want to take a picture with Pepe, and you said, here I am, and you said, no, with you, with Pepe.
Right.
And then she said, I always wave when you wave, Pepe.
See?
Oh, there you
So
go.
there's
There
two
you go.
of you, Mason and the lady.
Me and that lady.
Hey, Pepe, I want you to point again tonight. I'll do it. This is a standing challenge. Point out one person that
and
is
let me just
waving
make
back
this
at you.
announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, if you happen to be in the section 111,
No,
turn
or
around,
anywhere in the whole
section,
building.
any section,
Any
wave.
section.
Well, you won't see it if it's in the 300s.
Of course I will.
In the 300s, you're going to
Of
see
course
something.
I will.
No,
We have a
they need
bird's
to be-
eye view right
they need
there.
to be right there.
I'm just saying, there's 18,000 people in the building.
Anybody.
One of them could wave at Pepe.
No,
two of you
a
wave.
lot of people wave back.
A lot of
And you know what I
people.
say to
My
what
ass.
you just
What?
said? I don't care of stinking badges.
There you go. All right.
That's not how it goes.
Guys, that is. I don't even know what that means.
I don't know what that meant,
I don't
but that
need
was
no
funny.
stinking
Hey,
badges.
so are we hanging out Wednesday
What is
night
the same?
or not?
Yes, we are.
Badges? We don't need no
We are,
stinking
Cappy.
badges.
We don't need.
You butchered that.
Yeah, Cappy, I'll be there Wednesday.
Okay, you dolled up. You wearing a suit?
No. I'm wearing my puffy jacket.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Puffy's
Puffy.
back already.
It's a little warm
Puffy,
still
yeah.
for
It's
Puffy.
Puffy
November.
jacket
Are you going to
season.
go to the patio this time with Jay?
It's up to Jay. I saw.
Well,
I
no,
ran it-
you saw Jay and you didn't even ask
I
him
know,
to
I
take you
did.
to the
I-
patio. You
Here's the
chickened
thing.
out.
I did.
Or as you say, you turtled.
I saw Jay at the last game, and he's like, I was hoping I'd see you here, and we talked for a while, and I thought, I just don't want to ask to go onto the. It seems like weird to say, can I come
Hey,
to the
Jay, I've
patio?
always wanted to go in the patio. Can you get me in?
Yeah, I'll try that.
Why don't you
Let's
make
go
it
get a
go
drink
like
in the
this,
patio,
though.
Jay
Yeah.
Moore.
Go like this, Mace. Go, hey, Jay, are you headed to the patio? Because that's where I was going right now, as a matter of fact. Let's
Oh,
go
you
together.
just-
That's
totally.
how Cappy would do it.
That's
for sure.
that Cappy always has a guy.
You
That's
gotta
why.
weigh in. You gotta weigh in.
Just go to the patio and said, I'm looking for John Ireland, and he said he was gonna be inside.
There you go. See?
Yeah, but I
Try
won't
that.
be.
Yeah.
But at least you go in there and you said, oh, he's not here.
We're gonna hand everything over to you guys right now.
Why?
We're back. Well, it just seems like it's time. Seems like time. We're going to be back tomorrow at 1:00. And in the meantime, lots of stupidity on the way. We've got Shadano and Cappy and Lindsay Baseball and Laura all in the house with my #1 show for Afternoon Drive, Shadano and Cappy.